There you go, fuckhead. Start talking.
Oh, yeah, snap. Jesus. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, welcome to the Reckless Rewind podcast. Episode 1, baby. This is going to be interesting. It's been years since I've been on an actual podcast radio style situation. I'm kind of excited, kind of excited, yeah.
How's your nipples?
You can sort of kind of hang laundry on one. The other one's not as great. Ladies and gentlemen, I am Eric Rabbi Yelowitz, as you are. Come on.
I'm just fucking here.
That's Anthony.
I'm just here.
Hatred. He's the one that he put himself as Vigo on our little
Vigo.
It is Vigo on our promotions. It was lovely. You just sit around and do them all day. I just get pictures from you.
I do.
What do you do at your job?
Nothing. Completely fucking nothing.
Okay, just double checking. That's what I figured. We have a couple awesome special guests with us today. She's to my right, but on the screen she's to my left, so it's weird. So, well, ladies first. Introduce yourselves.
Gabrielle.
Yeah, talking to the microphone.
She went government name.
Gabrielle.
Gabrielle.
We'll get to that. Co-founder of Comics and Killers Collectibles.
Go ahead. Plug
right.
the bitch.
Yeah, come on. I have to. And also, the man, the myth, the legend, the tattooed, the educated.
Damn, I just got a fucking name. You got played the fuck up.
I like how the fact that he introduces me like that and then doesn't say my name.
Dude,
I wanted you to introduce yourself.
Hi, I'm Chris.
He just Ric Flaired you.
He just,
Chris Smith, ladies and gentlemen. Chris Smith. He's been on The Fanatic. He's done comedy clubs all over the country. Just awesome. And I mean, you didn't play yourself up. How am I supposed to play you up? You won't even play yourself up.
no, I mean, to play me up, I'm just a humble man that likes to
I'm a little
get
upset.
rageful.
I'm a little jealous.
Well,
Okay.
then play yourself
I got
up.
no fucking hype.
Chill,
You were
chill.
just like,
You didn't hype yourself up either. You actually poo-pooed
I
yourself
know, I
more
was
than
just
me.
like,
Yeah.
You're like one of those bands who's like, yeah, I'm a band.
Show your neck, man. Be confident.
It was fantastic. You were like the Nickelback of our...
Stop.
I'm
Look
sorry.
at me.
I got confused. You're walking up...
Why do I gotta be Nickelback? Why can't I be like Creed?
Okay, Scott Stat. Whatever you want, buddy.
Creed.
You and your what's that, Blackcraft?
Blackcraft Code.
Okay, just double checking. We have a bunch of branding over here. Look at this. I hope Kid Rock doesn't come kick in one of our fucking doors. That would
can't
suck
believe you
here
did that.
because this is beautiful.
Does that does that taste like pussy?
Can we take a minute? Hold on. All right, stop that. Can we take a minute to?
We gotta know.
No,
I wasn't worried about it. She was drinking. At no point was I like, I wonder if that tastes like a vagina. and what marketing team was like, you know what flavor's not been really concentrated on?
Pussy.
The puss.
Good pussy.
Yeah.
It's accurate. I mean, because there's flavors for fucking everything.
That's
I'm
like-
sure.
that's
Have
like-
you tasted
but
some of
that's
those
like-
jelly beans?
If she turns
shit.
it, that's like cherry flavored pussy.
Yeah. It's berry.
Berry.
Oh, I mean,
It's berry.
Berry pussy.
it's retro tie-dyed vagina.
So there's hair involved.
Okay. Tastes like Woodstock. It'll be fantastic. All right. Can we just take a moment to drink in where we are right now? I mean, we're live right now from our episode 1 from the Shared Universe studio.
And we picked this for a reason.
We did. This is fantastic.
And you came really prepared.
We did.
We didn't.
No, we didn't.
Because we haven't started talking about the story I want to talk about. I know you have other stuff to do.
I know.
Okay.
We have business to take care of first. We're getting to that. It's soon. I promise. Dude.
He's so excited.
You have no
I
idea.
am.
If you're listening right now, you're probably thinking, well, they got to get through business. Stick around because the story is worth it. You thought Cocaine Bear was great? Oh, no. Just wait.
No, we got so much better. But we should plug our boy over here.
Oh, absolutely.
Who's teching for us. We have to. Nobody can plug him better than you.
Oh my god, dude! I'm not gonna lie. I didn't know who was gonna be our producer. He's like, oh, by the way, it's this dude Ming Chen. I'm like, okay, cool. That's
He's a fucking
No,
fanboy.
I'm a big
This
big
really
comic
is.
book men fan. By
He's
the
a
way,
fanboy.
I'm a huge, like I said,
Yeah.
comic book store. You're like, oh yeah, well you would have to owning a toy store. That makes sense.
Thank
Weirdo.
you.
If they
No,
could
but I'm
truly
actually a
see,
comic book
like,
men fan.
Yeah.
She's like, what are you fucking watching downstairs? Comic book men? Stop being a fucking nerd. Shut up. It's
that
it's
never happened.
fantastic. Yes, she did.
You're
a couple
a
times.
liar.
All right, thank you for
Okay.
keeping us on the air for 7 seasons.
Yeah,
And I
absolutely.
know she was like, "What? Are you watching those idiots again?"
No.
Yes.
Absolutely.
Yes, I
No,
am.
it's we love you. It's awesome.
Yeah. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to a shared universe. Yeah.
So we picked it for that reason.
Yes.
I appreciate
It was
that.
a
We're
couple
also
places we could have went that we got offers, and then we were nope.
it's the whole aesthetic. So like him and I are big Jay and Silent Bob fans, obviously being from Jersey and
Yes.
everything. If you're from Jersey and you're not a Jay and Silent Bob fan, you're obviously a fucking terrorist and you should go somewhere else.
Yeah.
And may I add real quick? How old are you, Eric?
37.
How old are you?
38.
Yeah, I'm 43, so all of you can
37?
fuck yourselves
Oh, shit.
because you guys were fans of Jay and Silent Bob. I was there when the shit was fucking happening. All right, I had hair on my balls. All right, so don't I'm just saying, like, I was able to take it in a little differently. I'm not trying to act like I'm better. I'm just saying I'm older. So that's with that, like if your dad was here, he could talk about like when Moses parted the Red Sea. What I'm saying is his age.
Accurate.
Age has its
accurate,
place.
Accurate.
I believe your dad probably.
He's at home with COVID right now, so shout out to Barry for wanting to not
Pops.
Love
fucking
you,
shoot
Pops.
himself.
He's
Love
like,
you,
COVID.
Pops.
I remember when the plague came. You know what I mean? Like, fuck that.
Black Plague.
He's like, do you remember?
Was your dad the bring out the dead guy?
Yeah. Bring out your dead.
I feel like he was.
I think I'll go for a walk.
So we did. We advertised Pops. We did,
We did.
and he couldn't make it.
No.
But
Yeah, it was terrible. You know what was so funny? I have to tell this story. So when you were sending me all these like pictures and advertisements for the show, when you sent me that picture of him with like the saint body and I posted it on his timeline, I didn't tell him that I did that. Literally 30 seconds after I posted that.
the church came down on you.
No, my stepmother gives him a phone call and was like, do you have any idea how sacrilegious that fucking picture? Oh,
It wasn't
awesome.
that bad. It had
30
stars and
30
and her, so.
seconds. But she, look, and respect because she's, very Jewish faith. I get that, but she was
Very.
not pleased. But then, like, people started, that we didn't expect to think that it was funny. Like, my uncle, who's got zero sense of humor, she was like, okay, well,
kinda
maybe it's
laughed.
kind of acceptable. It was just pretty funny. I thought that was hilarious. So shout out to you
Awesome.
guys.
Love you.
Love you
Pop.
guys. Love you guys. Love you guys. Also, I want to give a shout out to a couple people, if that's okay. Again, business, and then we'll get to the fun shit because we have some fun shit for you.
I want to give a
Turn
shout
your
out
fucking
to.
phone off.
I want to give a shout out to Corey Feldman for getting touched by Michael Jackson. I'm gonna be on this shit like all day. We're gonna share it with him on his Twitter. Thanks, Gabby.
All right. So first, I got to do the store. Comics and Killers Collectibles. Check us out on Instagram. We're in Hainesport, New Jersey. Sorry, we're giving another comic book place a shout out. I apologize. Don't kill me.
It's probably better than our place.
No, it's not. No, it's not.
No, please, no.
Okay,
No,
sorry.
please.
I'm not-
No, not at all.
Nope.
That was fast.
We're gonna be truthful. No,
You
it's
have
not.
awesome shit hanging from the walls. I have a coffin filled with VHS tapes. Like that's.
There's some
pretty
good
terrible.
VHS.
Like on the floor next to me is just a signed autograph of Billy D. Williams. You know what
Yeah,
I mean?
I don't
Like,
have that.
This
I don't
room
have
is cooler. Like I don't belong here.
and there's Terrifier over there.
You,
Yeah,
have a
no,
gold,
it's-
you have a Golden Girls skateboard.
That-
That's pretty fucking awesome.
I'm talking about and then him in the.
Yes.
People
Yes.
don't understand because
Right,
they get
like,
you
your
get
no,
sent-
they
description-
can't- You guys can't see.
They don't
like,
see
what I'm
you're-
saying.
you're
Like,
Aquaman in a
this
painting.
room is amazing. Is
Yeah.
what I'm saying.
You have a picture of one of my favorite movies of all time, Leon, which is
think
it's a
that's
fucking
everybody.
awesome.
No, it's the setup is
Totoro?
incredible.
There's Totoro.
Well, yeah, that was my favorite. But
My
yes.
ninja. That's awesome.
This is
All right, so
incredible.
Comics and Killers Collectibles, Reckless Entertainment, The Sticker Jesus. Give them a quick shout out also. They're awesome. Our boy Ian. If you need any cool stickers done, anyone out there in radio podcast land, check them out. Look Twice Antiques and Collectibles. An awesome metal band with a really terrible vocalist, Order of Brutality. They're terrible.
They suck.
Yeah, awful. Garbage. Vintage Ocean Florists. Mattress Makers of Oklahoma. Don't ask. Horror Gods, Too Many Blunts, Hollywood and Fringe, and it's an awesome show. It's waiting for a show. It's created by a very talented actor, Miles Berman. plugging him. Also, honorable mention, the Ice Cream Man, Dust Off the Mic podcast, Aisle 45, Flairy Tale Creations, and The Thing About Toys.
All right, I just want to thank my mom. It's pretty short lived.
But I got to give shout-outs, man. We have people that have been giving us shout-outs, giving us promotion, been hugely supportive from the beginning of everything that we both do. So,
not to mention in the chat right now is your dad saying he's pissed off he's not here.
probably.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, I have terrible eyesight, so I'm counting on you to tell me what's going on right now.
also-
But I know that for a fact.
I love you, Mom.
Yeah,
I know
we
you're-
love you. And we have
Guma.
awesome little ladies at home that we all love. Riley, Lydia, Gianna, and Natalia. We love you, all four of you.
But
as well.
Guma's listening.
And Guma. Sorry about everything that's going on. All right, let's get to the fun shit. So what do we have here?
You shouted out your kids as they get to listen to how terrible you are.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Oh, they are.
not
Please,
listening.
please.
Not
My
my
oldest
mom.
is 15. They fucking know. Please, they already know how absolutely god awful that is.
Yeah,
Not the
please.
babies,
My
though,
children
like-
do too.
Yeah. Sorry, Natalia. You're
We're
the
gonna
youngest.
listen to
Buckle the
Dad
fuck
right
up.
Gianna, 7 years old.
Put the baby against the speaker.
Put your earmuffs on. Like,
Earmuffs.
Don't listen.
Oh my god. So one of the things that you know what? I just want to get into this story. Can we pull this up? We've been talking about
Yes,
it.
please
Let's just
just
do
use
it.
it.
Let's just do it.
I don't think it is. It's
All right.
one of them.
Excuse me.
So the big
all
thing
right.
that's been going on in like the social media world these days and like Netflix and all that, the streaming services is the Cocaine Bear. Everyone's been talking about Cocaine Bear and how crazy this whole fucking story is, and people have been making jokes about it. Bro,
Talk about.
I'm so excited.
Only thing I knew about it was duct tape and bikini and crack.
Do you have the story?
Please. No, it wasn't crack. It was even better.
Show it left.
Oh,
read it.
please.
What wasn't crack?
I sent it.
Was it bath salts?
No,
No,
no, it was meth. Excuse
Yes.
me.
You said
Meth.
The deer's.
no, you have to read it. That's how this
I'm not
goes.
reading it.
Oh, you're
Okay, I'll tell you the story. Here's the deal. Basically, there was some crazy. There was this crazy lady. I don't know what
giving
state.
it
Doesn't matter. The state of under meth. Okay, the use, and that's what state she was in. So this woman, she goes out into nature and she's doing meth because everyone knows when I try to have a communal moment, it's always like, let's do some meth. And then she's out in the woods, and then these fucking deer. I don't know how she got them to come up to her, and she's smoking meth and feeding meth, and the deer are like, yes, this is meth. So then where she broke into a house.
All right.
And go ahead.
You ready?
Yeah.
The real story.
Bridget Watkins, 43, of Summit, Arizona, who allegedly took fawns into her home and raised the deer with the intentions of training them to attack hunters, was taken into custody Friday.
Whoa, time out. Never told me that
She
part of
went-
the story.
Yeah.
Buckle
What?
up,
Train,
buckle up,
train
buckle up.
deer.
Okay, so
kill
she's
hunters.
training fawns in her house.
she's
Go
wep-
ahead. This
she's-
can't get crazier.
So she's weaponizing Bambi. Got it. Copy that. I didn't know the full scope of this story either, by the way. She told me about it. I
Wait, is
never
there a
read it.
mugshot? Scroll down.
Oh, yeah, there's a mugshot.
Mm-hmm.
We're
Well,
getting to
just
it.
get to the. Come on.
Oh,
I'm
okay. All right.
fawns.
At the time of the arrest, Watkins was in the possession of several grams of meth, 4 deer, and many stolen broken electronics. Attention was drawn to Watkins when she began giving meth to the young deer, and they were caught rummaging through people's garages and back porches.
Okay, time out. So let's we keep some continuity to the story, and we also understand the effects of drugs.
Meth and Bambi.
You give deer meth, and they do the same shit that people do when you give them meth.
Yep.
So they were rummaging through garages
Yep.
and look. Okay, all right. So now the broken electronics make sense.
Yep.
Keep going.
Okay.
The deer got
I just want to know where to sign
A
up.
homeowner followed one of the deer back to Watkins' residence in an attempt to recover his property. He found himself face to face with Watkins wearing only a duct tape bikini, disassembling his clock radio.
It's the guy tailed the deer.
First of all,
Get his shit.
do you really trail someone that has trained meth deer? I'm just like if
But
you're-
he didn't
But
know
I
they
don't-
were
did you
trained.
know that they were trained
Yeah.
meth deer at the time.
Bullshit! If you're walking down the street and the fact they're on fucking meth, have you ever seen someone on meth? Deer, I'm sure, can't hide it the same way people can't.
Was it
'Cause-
walking sideways?
Yeah, like all its teeth were falling out, and it was like, hey, I'll suck your dick for $1. You know what I mean? Like, what was the deer doing? This guy was like, you know what? I'm gonna follow this woman and these fucking fawns that are following her. She's the Pied Piper of meth deer.
Yes.
Keep going.
All right.
So she was like, what's that movie with the guy with the rats, Willard? Or it
was meth and deer.
The elevator opens up and then Bambi comes out.
Man.
They shake their deer ticks on everyone and give them Lyme disease. Keep going, please. This is fucking riveting.
Charges pending further investigation.
Where is there to investigate?
Dude,
I'd like to know what charges are pending.
Look at this mugshot of this woman.
Oh, I want to see her in a duct tape
What would she really be charged with?
I don't want to see her.
Wait,
why would you want to see her in a duct tape?
I would
bikini?
pay.
What could she
She's
be charged
clearly wearing
with
it
if
under
the
that
deer
shirt.
were doing the math?
Her and the deer in a duct tape bikini, like going through a clock. Sign me. Like I want to see this.
You endanger. Okay, so I'm pretty sure you're not allowed to give deer meth. That's one of the charges. Charges pending. Let's go through this. All right.
This guy found the
Is that
picture.
illegal?
I'm not a lawyer, right?
Is that a law?
yeah, I would imagine if you can't hit your dog, you certainly can't be like, here,
my
Rufus,
God. I don't
take some
know. I
meth.
haven't
Look at
seen
this
that
lady's
law.
face. Like,
No,
Look at
she has crazy.
Poor
I was
baby.
ignored a lot as a kid. Maybe lived under my house kind of face.
but look at the deer. The deer's just like more meth.
Is a deer on the
She has
table?
definitely charged more than one child for a toll at
Can I
one
get
point
some
to
more?
cross.
The deer
a
is
bridge.
literally on the table,
100%.
and he's like, "Hey,
Where's my next line?
hey!" And the only reason I know this is because my dad was a prolific meth user. He was like a CEO of it, so
He didn't use deer. He used crickets.
No. I'm just saying. I imagine all the shit my dad did when I was a kid, and what the deer would do. It's just the time my dad electrocuted himself.
Wait, stop.
Wait a second. We need this
Go
story
into this.
now.
Yeah, I want to tell this story.
needs
Yes.
elaboration.
So my dad's my dad once stayed up for 30 days. That was my mom's claim. My mom tells my dad's meth
Is that
stories.
like the Morgan Spurlock, 30 days in?
No, well,
Dad's
yeah,
on meth.
yeah, but he was like, sleep, fuck you.
Full blown psychosis.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, I just out of his gourd. And he decided he was going to repairman and our dishwasher, which amazed me that we had a dish or a washing machine because I assumed he would have sold it.
We call that mom in my house.
What? Yeah.
In my house too.
I'm sure she loves that.
That's me.
So anyway, my dad's the washing machine is overflowing, and he's playing with the electrical wiring because that's what you do when there's water gushing.
Or
all
when
over
you're
the
on
place.
meth.
And you're on that. And he
I don't
shocked
know.
the shit out of himself, and all I heard was, and I went out, and my dad was laying in the middle of the yard, and he was just shaking, right? And I'm thinking, oh my God, my dad, and I realized I ran through the very water. That's how much my dad didn't give a shit because he was on meth. He was like, go ahead, go play in it. And that's that's what he did. And then he climbed a tree with a broom handle and said the Swahili tribesmen were coming to get him. So,
Didn't he try
What's your
to
nickname,
reshingle
Narcan?
your
roof with beer boxes?
with beer boxes?
Yeah, I came home. And my dad,
Amazing
I don't know
childhood.
how he got that many boxes, and he was on top of the roof, and he's like, "It's never gonna leak in our house again." And I'm like, I was 4, and I'm like, I don't even think we owned this summer cottage that we're living in the middle of winter.
You're like, what's your dog's name? Narcan. Go get Narcan. Go get Narcan.
So welcome to the therapy show.
It's been fun.
I'm wearing that
But no,
T-shirt that came out of
I
your
like how
hamper
we
the
had
other
a
day.
schedule plan. It was 1:45, special guest Chris Smith, but we went right to
But Gabby
that.
Crack's
He had
And
meth
it wasn't
story.
even crack.
No,
was
it
meth.
says Gabby Crack story, and that's when I went oh wow.
He had meth.
Yeah, we're gonna.
What did I
We
sign
started
up for?
talking about it downstairs,
And it was
Chris-
meth. Okay.
Chris's eyes lit up, and it was hilarious.
I was
So-
excited because it's all the things I love in life:
Right,
nature,
right.
Meth.
Meth, deer,
Deer.
like all animals and
homemade bikinis.
Yeah.
I'm never gonna look
Yes.
at Bambi the same way again.
No.
I'm never gonna
That's-
look at
that's-
duct tape the same way again.
Now Thumper makes a lot more sense.
100%. All
Yeah,
these talking
that's what he
owls and
was-
shit.
Yeah, Thumper's out there
Yeah, because he's out there
he's
doing
been
meth
he's been
with
bumping-
Bambi.
Yeah, he's
Been
been
up for
bumping
30
meth with that
days.
lady.
Trying to fix the
Yep.
fucking
Yep, yep,
dishwasher.
yep.
Yeah,
Yep.
getting electrocuted.
Some shit.
Go play in the water, you pussy.
That's childhood.
See, when people
trauma
are like, "Oh
coming
my
back.
God," like-
yeah, we're
Like, see this? Okay, can I bring a topic up?
Let's
talk-
go.
All right, here's the topic. We've heard how this new generation is softer, and they're all, and
Before you go into this, though, he's really got to explain where he got the soft mushrooms.
Oh, you're about to
Here
find the
goes
fuck
Chris.
out.
He's got
Here goes
that
Chris.
needs
All
to be.
You ever heard the
I'm just gonna
terminology "fuck
buckle
around
up.
and find out"? Oh, especially over
I'm just
we've
strapping
all
in.
dealt with
All
it,
right, all right,
through COVID and everything like that. But please,
Let's go, Chris.
Continue.
Go ahead.
All right,
Your
so
setup is just so good.
all right,
He's a man
so
of many awesome words.
understand that I recognize people go through things, and I do not discount what people go through. And when I was growing up, trauma was something that we found other things to fill the void, right? Like food or not doing math because your dad did math.
I want drugs.
But the reality is, when I tell the story of like when my dad did math and I was, I'm laughing and you guys are laughing and we're all laughing about this story. But
Sorry, it's fucking funny.
it's funny because there's tragedy.
I can't help your dad and math.
Hey,
like 2 and 2.
Hey, here's
going
another
in.
good one. Speaking of pop, here's a good story going along with that. You know how when you're young and you're like, hey, you know what is a really fun idea? Let me steal my dad's marijuana. I'm gonna say that. Fuck it, why not? Who cares? You're talking about trauma. Try stealing all of your dad's marijuana, not a little bit, which would be noticeable. No, like a massive amount. And you find out that he found out that you took it all because he's beating the shit out of you at 2:00 in the morning. And that's not really the traumatizing part. Is he's doing it not half, all naked. So it's just like junk. And ass beating.
Nothing but a young.
And my grandparents were there, and they're like, I think Eric was doing something in his room.
He says it all.
I smell something funny.
There's a traumatizing story for you. Continue.
No, I don't. I'm done now. All I'm thinking about is Barry's dick wiggling in the air.
Right? That's like I would never
No.
recover from that.
Every time he smacks you,
But you can't do that now because you get fucking... The kids will they'll call the cops on you. Oh my God! You know what Daddy did? He beat my ass.
Let's
Yeah, but
Chris,
think about it. Let's
go.
put this. You found out your neighbor beat your kid's friend naked in the middle of the night and his wiener was out. You're gonna be like,
You
hey,
want to
Joe,
know?
Joe, can
Wait
we
a
talk?
second. We need help.
like, Joe,
you need
like,
some
you know-
help.
In all fairness, he said it before. He's like, it's my fucking house. Hey, you work your ass off for however many years.
Hold on a
That's your
second.
fucking house. You
We-
do what
we
you want.
should
I understand.
Contact someone.
You walk around with your shit hanging out, I'm sure, in your house.
No,
Please
I don't
stop.
want my kids to
Beat
see my
your
butt
kid.
mushroom.
Right,
That's
and
not
then
their
look
fault. Why would I be like, hey, you're already sad about the dad you have, and he has a small wiener. Why would I do that to them?
It's like 2 for 2.
I'm just trying to...
Yeah, you're trying to.
Nobody
reclaim
went.
your-
So
No.
when have you ever told this story before?
Absolutely.
All the
Nobody
time.
sat you down and went,
Every time. He tells
That's
the
all,
story.
buddy.
as
Oh, I
much
know
as
I
he
have
can.
trauma. Are you fucking kidding me? That's where he's getting at. That's what he's getting at. There's
Well, you
trauma.
shouldn't have stolen your
Like,
dad's weed.
Like when
so.
your
I should-
mom. No, you shouldn't have stolen your dad's
No,
weed.
and-
that one was fucked up. But like the reality is, that there's other things that are thrust upon children that they should not have to endure. Like my mom going, "Can you go out to the car and get my smokes?"
Yeah.
You go out and you pop the glove
Absolutely.
compartment and like
Move
8
the pipe.
Polaroids fall out of your mom's toque. Just
No.
and you're like, well, that's where I came from.
Man.
I remember that when I was being squished out of her.
therapy with Chris.
Like, so my point is, you're
just
gonna
became
have
a Sopranos
really traumatic
episode.
shit happen to you, and the best you can do is try to grow up to be as fairly well adjusted as you can be.
I
And-
think
and
you've
what do you
turned
call
out
it
very
again?
Well, Chris. So,
Soft
honestly.
Soft muffin syndrome, because kids and just people are not like that today. They're not. It's
Everybody gets offended,
about
Absolutely.
and I'm there to offend every time.
Everything.
Every time.
everything. I remember doing stand up with Chris one time, and we had a guy so bad
I'm
that
sitting next to a ginger. I love it.
so bad.
Love it.
Just in the beard.
High five. Sorry. All right.
No, just no
So,
soul.
we were doing a
There's
show.
no souls on the
And
outside. of
I
this
remember
place.
being like berated, like screamed at on stage. Like there's been shows I've done. I know I friggin' bombed at and just screamed the most obscene, anti-Semitic shit. And I'm just like, okay, cool, whatever. Now I have to worry about calling somebody ma'am walking through Walmart.
What'd you say to me?
Exactly.
It's sir.
I don't classify. And look, and
I don't like.
there's no judgment.
I don't like that.
Whatever. You classify as a ham
Yes.
sandwich, man, female, what? I don't give a
I
shit.
respect all of it.
I respect it all, but don't get mad when I don't fucking know.
What's that thing you sent me yesterday, Gabby? About
Well,
no, that's a perfect 10.
And it's not
Perfect
just about
ten.
that. It's
All right.
about everything.
No,
Everything offends
Think about people
everyone.
in general, not individual,
There we
but
go,
like in
Chris.
general.
Right.
Right. So if someone sneezes,
Mhm.
and I do it, and I will sit and have hour-long talks with my daughters about atheism and the whole. But someone sings and I'm like, oh, God bless you. Like I just boom.
It
It's just
comes
religion.
out, right?
but
Done.
I'm not even going on the religious. It's the idea of it is something that we
Polite.
hear over and over and over and over again.
Right.
So when you say him and the person identifies as her, it's not the disrespect of. It's just, hey, I'm so accustomed to my mind goes. To
Accurate.
that.
I identify
I don't
frozen
think we should
meat.
do this
possibly.
topic.
No, I think no, I actually think we should do this topic
Okay,
because
all right.
where I'm coming from is again, I'm counter to a lot of opinions because when people assume I think and act a certain way, it's not my place to judge what another person does. And
Accurate.
when an individual has a I don't fucking care attitude, that's your choice, right?
100%.
And there's other people who can't get away from the fact that every single thing bothers them.
I own.
So
Right.
for me, what I want to do is I want to identify the people that go out of their way to make other people feel less than, feel marginalized, feel like they don't belong, because at the end of the day, we're all just assholes just trying to get around this fucking earth together.
Real, just
Yes.
trying to live.
Big old facts.
Yeah, no, I don't care what you identify as. I don't care. I'll respect you regardless. But like when you like make it like you make it like you did something wrong.
I want to pick ham sandwich.
And for the record, I didn't even mean to get into this specific topic. I meant just in general. This is just one little
Right.
smidge thing.
But I don't care
and
what you
just
identify,
Like a whole,
like-
just everything.
But you know
Everything offends everybody.
Yo, just respect me. I
Religion.
respect you.
A bigger
Yeah.
issue is, again, we were joking about the Bud Light can.
Right.
Like,
Yeah,
people,
that
Bud
event-
Light- It's a
Listen,
big,
it's a fucking
big,
can.
At the end of the
big
day, I'm
can.
gonna say it. Bud Light tastes like shit anyways. So.
Right, but you know what? I support the cause. I don't care.
Bud Light
I
tastes like shit.
genuinely do because I don't care because everybody has such a big deal about it. Like they make such a big deal about it.
Again,
like why? Why?
If Bud Light had chosen to put, let's say, a black activist on the can.
Right.
And people came out and been like, we can't stand these black, blah, blah. We'd have been like, whoa, what the fuck? So, again, just because it doesn't align to how you see or how you operate, just shut the fuck up.
Yeah, just
like, I don't know about you, but have you tried to pay your fucking rent or mortgage and your fucking car bill and your insurance and your cell phone
Exactly.
bill and your cable?
Exactly.
You know what I worry about? Those fucking things.
Not what you identify as.
Where you put your wiener
or,
does not matter to me.
or what you
Apparently,
claim.
while you're getting your ass beat around. Facebook.
No, what you claim as like what does that affect me? Doesn't
Exactly.
like go like at home. I don't care. I'm taking care of my babies, my kids. I'm cleaning my house. I don't care what you identify.
Who
Like
you
just don't be a
love
bad
and
person.
What you do is your freaking business.
absolutely.
And we
But again,
support
if you go out of your way and you're an asshole, you need to be called
Yeah,
out
like
for it.
it's stupid.
One
I'm feeling
Stupid.
100.
I'm an
That's
asshole.
No.
But you're not
Feeling
you're not
attacked.
you're not going out
No.
and just calling people out for their bullshit like bullshit
I
like
genuinely
that.
don't
You
care.
should though.
I don't.
No. Calling people out for their bullshit is different than calling a person out for something that they
Right.
believe in.
Like
There's a difference.
you could be who you want.
Again,
to be.
does it come back to, do you aim to hurt a person when you say the things you say? Do you want to hurt a person? If
No,
that's if,
bullshit.
specific
Bullshit's
person?
gotta be called out.
right. Well, and hello, I love calling out people's bullshit.
Yep.
Oh. I love trolling people on the internet. It keeps me mentally spry.
You
And I-
do it just for fun.
Oh, I
Yeah, but
do.
who
I do.
identifies as what
Soft
they wanna
muffins,
identify-
baby. I love it.
Some of our best friends, though, like they're like.
Oh, I've
yeah,
lost friends during
they
friggin' political
and
debates.
them,
During
and I don't care. I don't.
I've
care.
lost people because of dumb shit like, oh, why is there a
Oh,
female
it's
Thor? Are you fucking serious? Of all the things going on in this world, you are going to get so angry, and I'm talking like angry because there is a female Thor. And it's not, by the way, it's not new fucking news.
No, it's
It's not. Thor's been a female before.
Yeah.
And the story's actually really fucking cool.
the movie wasn't
So
any good
eat
anyway.
a giant dick.
We're good.
I mean, the movie was okay, but the comic was really good. You should go back and read it.
When Eric says a movie's anything, don't believe him.
No, he's got some good taste.
He does.
I
Some.
do. Okay.
Some.
Some.
When I go into his store and he gives me like the color purple, he's like greatest action movie ever.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No.
When have I ever done that?
I've
When have I ever given you the color purple?
He's like, man, you gotta
and
watch
said
this.
anything
He's like,
about it?
Oprah, motherfucker.
When have I ever said Oprah in my story?
Eric's the kind of guy that'll watch Dude, Where's My Car and will find a good.
Probably.
Absolutely.
Wait, that movie
Like, you
was
know what I
good when
mean?
it first
Like-
came out.
Like, yeah, the
And
first time
then-
you, yeah,
And then-
yeah, 18 bong hits later, yeah, that movie's great, I'm sure. But, like, you know what I mean? Like, really, you're not sitting there going, my God, this is a
I
classical
can't help it. You were
comedy.
45 when it came out. We were like 10.
Oh my goodness.
Oh my.
Sorry.
It is him.
I'm just saying, there's that again,
There
that's what
goes,
happens when you're
there goes on our first show. Ginger's bringing it down. Now. Bringing it down. First, their hair burns, their crotch burns, and then they burn the show down.
No, we're doing great.
No, my crotch is really weird.
Right.
No, not
not-
for
no,
any, like
no fire crotch.
STD ways. No, no fire crotch. I actually have
It burns in different ways.
I have a cornucopia.
Okay. All right.
So like I actually like a salt and pepper dog.
Right.
Like that's what I have going on in my wiener. And now like
right.
I don't know why this happens, but when you start getting grays, your pubics are
You need a
already-
doctor.
Well, your pubics are already a
No,
little
hold on.
coarse.
Let me explain.
But when they come in gray,
Right.
they're like
You feel like a man.
well, you do, and when you pull it out, right, and you know
Well,
7 are
wait,
going to
why
come in
are
its
you
place.
pulling it? Like-
Well, if you ever need to saw down a tree, if you if
Oh yeah,
you
they
ever
are
need
tough
to,
as shit. I've been finding them in my beard.
yeah, if you ever need to connect
Oh,
your
it's
cable,
insane.
you're like,
Wax
fuck, it's out
it.
again. Just take one of your pubes and connect the two ends. You're good.
Wax
Like,
I'm gonna rock
it.
that silver fox look at something.
no,
I'm gonna
first
do
of all, I don't want to wax my wiener.
Get it?
Ooh.
Get
Okay,
it? I
no.
don't. Just the.
No,
No.
Just
This is a later
No.
episode. Come back.
No.
no,
No.
no.
Chris and the 40-year-old virgin.
Look, you could. I don't care what the GoFundMe total was.
Oh, stop. You're giving me ideas.
Nope, I don't care.
I will pay for the little Asian lady. That
I promise you, there's not enough. Unless you got into like 6 figures, and you're like, Chris, we're gonna
6 figures of Monopoly money. We'll make it happen.
Then
it's for
my
the
wiener-
greater
Well,
good of the
okay,
cause.
he's like, hold on.
For
I
what
might.
cause?
Sit back and
Whose
just get
cause?
ripped and stick.
Your cause.
My cause?
Ginger
nope.
cause.
Nope.
Dude,
I don't.
no,
I don't need to
listen,
have.
listen.
No, just kidding.
At the end of the day, right?
No, leave it.
It looks
I
bigger.
don't. I don't.
I don't care.
It makes him distinct.
I'm not having the hair ripped out of my dick for an illusion. Okay.
It looks.
Sides of the shaft.
Thank you, Houdini, but that's not happening today or any
I
day.
understand.
That's fucked up.
Why are you trying to my cousin Vinny him with the whole like, oh, your dick's gonna look bigger? Like you see the card this way.
It's gonna- I can't.
Because somebody's got to get him to do it.
He's not- there's
It's-
He says no
again.
now.
No, respect
says
it.
no
Respect the
now.
bush.
Nope.
Get it.
No, first of all,
She's
first of all,
it's gonna be like a
how
new
did we get
t-shirt.
into ripping hair out of Chris's dick? I don't understand
I don't
what's
know.
going on.
Yeah, I don't
We're
know.
talking about old age and
But you never let Chris like he went into like a conversation and you cut him off.
I don't, and it doesn't matter.
Wait,
it's,
let's
the,
go.
it's
Okay.
the soft muffins. It's
We
the,
can
the soft
let's
muffins.
go next.
No, well, soft muffins. My
Here we
my
go.
last point for soft muffins are, if you have more conversations with people, and I think that's the number one issue. It's and not on Instagram or TikTok or any of that other shit. If you actually have conversations with people, you start to recognize what they themselves have gone through, and it becomes a lot more difficult to judge shit when you're like, oh, you know what? I really can't. Until you actually know somebody who does something or has something or goes through something. Because again, putting on a dress and having everybody look at you and make fun of you and fucking treat you like dog shit, that sounds fucking terrible. But there's somebody that's so driven, their mindset is that forward focus on themselves. That's where they feel they're most comfortable. Go nuts. Again, I don't care unless, of course, you're hurting someone.
Right.
If you're doing a reading in the library everyone's so worried about, number one, you should be fucking happy people are going into libraries. When's the last time any of you went into a library?
The library still exists.
Yeah, exactly.
So
Thursday.
every
Thursday.
Thursday for
your kids, right?
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
fuck it.
And I look around.
But
and I support them. I buy
absolutely.
books from them.
Oh,
I
yeah,
take
they
books
have, like,
out.
a
Oh
little
yeah,
room.
absolutely. I
Yeah.
support them. They're awesome.
And we
and that's
donate.
why there's the things that we need to do.
You know what's
No, because everybody has this.
and
yeah,
Yeah,
that's
but
libraries
I
are
don't
gone.
care.
They're
Like
gone.
when I read, I need the physical book. Like there's something about that.
When I read Playboy, I need the physical book too. It's for the articles.
I feel that actually.
And that's one of the honestly, that's one of the reasons I love, the nerdy culture. I do because I've noticed, you mentioned that it's all about the technology.
Right.
I mean, we're on Facebook right now. People are probably scrolling Snapchat and Instagram and whatever else. That's where the kids are. That's where even, people our age are. I've noticed though, that a lot more of the younger generation are starting to read a little bit more through like comics and anime and all that kind of stuff. I have noticed that, but over like COVID, like just out to fucking lunch, like when a kid talks in like emojis and like LOLs and shit, like I feel like I'm about to have a stroke. I really do. Have you have like teens and younger?
Are they on the phone 24/7?
No.
Are they glued to it?
No. My kids are not. My daughter reads
No,
six books a week.
Mine are 8.
Chris
10
used to be
glued.
a
6 books a week.
Well, yeah.
by the
Well,
way,
yeah.
so
He's
he used to be a
teacher.
school teacher, so of
Well,
course,
that's again, I'm a smart ass, a prick, an asshole, and a lot of things. But
Yeah,
at
but
the end
you're
of the day, I do
good
know a
person,
thing or
yeah,
two.
yeah.
Share a book with your kid. Fucking talk about a book.
absolutely turn a page. Like
Talk about a movie. Like
Yes.
think about when you talk to a person, you go, do you like movies? And, oh yeah, I like movies. That's it. That's the end of your
Exactly.
conversation.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
then you're
What is your movie? Like
Like,
when I
get in
think
depth.
of what movie hits me, Good Will Hunting and Dead Poet Society on weird both
That's not
Robin Williams vehicles, but
What Dreams May Come is one of my big ones.
when you think of what a movie means to you,
right. You should be able to
Yeah.
go into it.
and when a person describes it and you go, holy shit.
right.
Like, and it's no bullshit, I'm not saying it because of where I'm sitting, but the first time that I ever watched Mallrats, it was the first time that I felt like, oh my God, my brand of comedy, like the way of seeing things, somebody else does and is doing something that, yes, he's building characters that we all know these fucking guys. Do we know a Silent Bob? Yeah, we know that fucking weirdo that just fucking hangs out and never says a word. But he's hilarious
Yep.
in how he has his exchanges with others, right? So like you start to see all this and that, like it was paramount. Paramount as a kid, like, well, fuck yeah, man. Getting excited about it. Taking all of those things in, when somebody describes something, a song may not mean something to you, but it means something to me.
Absolutely.
Hurt. 9 Inch Nails, good song. Fucking put on Johnny Cash's version, I'm crying in 13 seconds.
Because it had
Tears.
meaning to it.
Right, because the way he sings it, I'm like, yep, I mean, okay, yeah, oh boy. And it just hits me because it's like, it means something else in my life. So slow down and actually ask, like, again, if there's young people watching this, when's the last time you asked a question to your parents about something from their life? Like looking at, like I did this to my mom the other day. I was like, what's something you'll never forget doing? And my mom tells me the story of how she once played barber with a neighbor with a rusty razor and basically slit this little girl's face open. And I'm like, holy shit, Mom. And my mom was like, I was so sorry and so sad. And she's like going through this whole story. But my mom got to actually relive something where she kind of let out what she still
Yeah.
felt about that situation.
It's not all on like but
You
by
have-
the way,
you-
your
you
mother
have-
is amazing.
you
by
have
the way,
now been
Chris.
a part of-
She's a badass.
Christmas master's class.
Yo, the just the baddest bitch I've ever met.
Yeah,
Like,
seriously.
that's all. I was gonna try to find
Honestly.
more eloquent words. And I
No,
couldn't.
she is.
She's a bad bitch.
Yeah. No, when my mom came, so do a quick story for anybody.
Your mom's the real BB.
Yeah.
She
Yeah.
born or not born, a year into life, she developed juvenile rheumatoid arthritis, and so this was like 1960. So they had places like this seashore house where they would send her for the summer, and she'd be recuperating from all these like literally Frankenstein type shit things they would do with her. And the whole time just kept a positive disposition. And my mom has had arthritis for 60 plus years. And if you meet somebody who's like, I just got diagnosed with the arthritis, they act like they basically just been given a fucking death wish. And when I hear people say that, I'm like, shut the fuck up, okay? Because my mom literally, when she goes to give the finger, has to go like this to
Pull it
give
up.
it.
She's just
pulls her fingers up to give it.
Yeah.
So that my mom gives you the finger.
I don't
much
give a
more
fuck.
about-
Oh yeah,
I'm
when my mom
still
goes like
giving it.
this,
I'm still
you're like,
giving
oh
it.
fuck, she's really mad because it takes all this fucking other effort to get there.
Real strength.
Then she was getting to a point where her foot was actually folding in. And my mom's like, just take the foot. And they're like, we can't do that. My mom's like, no, you're fucking listening to me. Take the fucking foot. I can't deal with this anymore. I'm in so much pain. I'm going to lose my mind. And was getting to that point where like I would go visit my mom and I'm like, this bitch is losing her mind. And they were like, we're going to take off your foot. So they cut off about halfway up her leg. Now she has a prosthetic. She comes out getting her leg cut off, right? And I'm like sitting there. I'm all nervous and emotional and shit. Not any other surgery. This one, for whatever reason. She comes in and she goes,
She's the bomb.
and gives the thumbs up and wiggles her little nubby leg.
And I'm like,
Literally
video from like
the most
an
incredible
hour
woman.
after this whole shit
She was
happens.
like, what's up?
Where she's like,
let's go. Like, she's ready to go. Like,
bad
she didn't
bitch.
give-
She's in rehab. She's in rehab for the leg, and there's an army vet, and he's like, in his 60s, and he has
Lieutenant
an amputation,
Dan?
right? Not Lieutenant Dan. So my mom is definitely dumb. You're gonna be fine, Lieutenant Dan. Look at me. I got bit in the buttocks. So my mom's like, every day she's doing this, and she does it with a smile. And this army vet like actually wheels to her room and is like, I just want to let you know, you are the toughest human being I've ever met, and I've worked
She was like-
with hundreds. Yeah, no,
She was-
yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
she actually
You know
was
what?
like, you
Hey,
know what?
fuck you.
Get
All
this.
right.
Get
That's
I love her.
baddest
Love her.
woman in the world, and would literally give you her little tiny shirt off her back.
She's
That's crazy.
amazing.
dude.
Lieutenant Dan.
Lieutenant Dad.
I just remember him messaging me. He's like, I'm losing my shit. I'm in the hospital. And she's sitting here giving me thumbs up.
She's
He's
like,
like,
she's
I
the
don't know whether to
biggest
strangle this.
Listen, she had a Top Gun moment. Get a
No,
prosthetic.
she was ready to go.
I
Like,
feel the
love
need
her.
for speed. It's
I-
not right now, but I feel it.
I adore her.
Your
She's
mom Top Gun, you
amazing.
getting her foot.
She was like, wait a second. Here it is.
Yeah, she had hold on, don't go anywhere. There's one.
Okay,
But
this
it's
is
such a good
what I-
surgery. Here's
What
the
I
second
think
one.
for you.
I'm going to get it done, Iceman.
Oh, my
You
God.
yell down the hallway. At least you're my boy, Goose.
I should have done that, but they didn't do a wheeler. They just like they don't do that shit anymore.
They should
There's
have
no
pushed her
wheeler.
down so when she rolled by, you could have been like,
Yeah.
That's my mom. Yeah.
that'd
That's
been
my
sweet.
mama.
That'd have been hilarious.
can't.
Shout out to mom. Holy
Tom
Christ.
Cruise.
She
So
actually
proud of you.
she actually came to the class that I teach, right? So I teach a college class.
She come with the nub.
Yeah, she did.
She-
on effective
she come with
communication.
the nub.
And she was sitting there. She's like, you don't mind, like, if I have to take my leg off, is that okay?
I got an
I'm like,
itch.
yeah. So like all the students are sitting there, my
Absolutely.
mom's sitting there, and good perspective. Like I was trying to explain perspective in the class and how you present, and you have to think about your audience, etc. And there was my mom. She's like pulls off her leg, right? And she's just looking at me, making sure it's okay. And I'm talking, and I can see the eyes drifting. The students just going.
She's like, back and
Like,
nom,
wait a second.
motherfucker.
So I'm like, oh yeah, my mom only has one leg, right? And they're all like,
Oh, we know now.
yeah, for 15 minutes, I walked around with it. I was like, anybody want to drink a beer out of it? They were like, no.
Chug.
I want to drink a beer out of it. I still haven't drank a beer out of it, but I
This
will.
has to be a thing.
She gets a new leg.
On,
Yeah,
yeah. we
yeah.
have
When
to
she gets a
do
new
it
one, we're
now.
gonna drink from it.
Well,
Yeah, and you have
okay,
to, like,
all right,
turn
we'll
it
do
when
it.
the bubble comes.
Yeah.
Turn
It's like beer fest.
Like a Viking horn.
Das leg. Das leg.
Das Boot.
Das amputation.
Jesus.
You know now it's got to be done.
We should do it on air.
Yeah, well, where
Done.
else?
Okay.
Do it.
When
They
can we
can't
get-
watch
When
it,
can we
then.
get the leg?
We can. They can watch
Tell
it.
your mom when can
I don't know if she's just gonna lend it out. She might come with it, but yeah,
just
she
wait
would
till she
definitely
goes to sleep. And
come. Yeah, just take a
We
picture.
might have to pay to be back here again. Can we do that? Can we drink out of a leg on the shared universe? Can we
He's
do that?
not paying attention.
He's not paying attention. Can we drink out of a leg?
Here, yeah, you
Yeah.
can drink on anything.
All right,
I'll provide the alcohol.
Mom.
Just double
the
checking.
alcohol.
Yeah.
So we gotta have your mom on.
Yeah, we'll bring her.
The only
on.
way we can do this though is
Yeah.
if your mom wears a T-shirt that
Oh,
says
and then-
"Sweep the leg."
No. So
Yeah, she would do it in a heartbeat.
No, we needed
Yeah.
to take the leg off.
Shirt.
Or
Oh,
actually, I want to get her a T-shirt. This is 2 legs are for pussies.
yes.
So I don't know.
Soft
You should dress her up
Oh
as
my
Rose
God.
McGowan from Planet
No,
Terror
no,
for
just the
Halloween
shirt.
with the machine gun.
Oh
Walking
my
around with the gun.
God.
Or the character from Saul who cuts his foot off. You know what I'm talking-
Carrie Owens.
Yeah. Just have my mom just walking around with,
just a fake foot and just
Just
put it on
like
the
in the
table.
wheelchair.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
just like,
That's a good time.
I got this prosthetic, but the doctors let me
No,
keep
but
it.
the machine gun as her leg.
My mom's a sick human being.
Davy
There's
Jones.
A lot of
She's
mess.
There's so many
things
different
kids
things
sell.
we could do here.
This is so fun.
Holy shit, Gary Busey from Black Sheep.
Ooh.
And she's crazy. They
Yes.
would work.
The mom's like the female version.
You could be. There you go.
I
a
could
doubles
actually- yeah.
costume. You could be Chris Farley.
We you trying to say?
I didn't call you fat. I just said you're hilarious.
Yo, you're funny. You have I have a bit of his physique.
You want me to?
Dude, I'm
fatter
man
than
tits.
you dickhead.
No, you're not. Stop
my
yourself.
man boobs.
You both
Stop
drop
yourself.
it. Okay.
Oh,
All right,
stop.
let's go.
Yeah, it's 2 heart
Next.
attacks.
What happens?
We'll go with that.
I was gonna
2
say,
heart attacks.
Like I'm trying to.
I also
live
feel
like
very
Kevin
close
Smith.
to this whole place because
heart issues.
Shout out.
Okay.
Yeah.
That
So
was a
that's
terrible
it.
joke.
Happy
Terrible
weight
joke.
loss.
Joss-
He's
Joss
funnier than
Leg.
me.
No, he is. He's
much funnier than me.
But
Much
I
funnier
love
than me.
you. I still
Just much funnier
much
than me.
funnier.
Joss Leg's a fan. It's happening. And if I call your mom Lieutenant Dan, it's gonna the only thing I'm gonna think about is your mom sitting at a bar on New Year's Eve with like confetti, just looking so
I
upset.
actually now next New
Hawaiian
Year's
shirt.
I want to take my mom to a bar, shittiest bar I can
leave her
find.
there.
No, I'm coming with her. I'm
Lieutenant
dressing up in. I'm dressing up like Lieutenant. I'm in there with my mama. Hi, Happy New Year, Lieutenant Mom. And see what
I
happens.
just want to picture your mom so upset. At the bar.
just like a cigarette butt with like a
just like-
15-inch
And
ash.
there it
We're
is.
gonna and look, we're
There
gonna
it is.
yeah.
That's where
There
that's,
it is.
We're
There
gonna
it
get,
is.
There
that's
it
gonna
is.
be your mom.
Thank
That's
you.
my mom.
Just with the confetti.
we're gonna
in
get
her
a
hair.
boot and get a swing
The-
for your mom.
Yo, you want to hear a swing story? All right, so
All right, here we
like
go.
a swing.
Buckle
so when my
up.
mom,
Let's go.
my mom's husband, her second husband dies.
We should have had her here as a special guest.
You really
too.
should.
Yeah,
I'm,
like,
I'm
that
telling
would've
all these
been
stories,
better
but she
than
just
me.
would have sat here and went.
Jumping jack contest.
Kind of
You
what I
need to
do.
tell the sink story next.
Well, they're actually going to go together. So the first one
Sick.
is my mom
I'm
says
so
to me
excited.
after her husband died, she goes, "Hey, I need you to go upstairs into the bathroom. There's a cubby hole behind the counter. It's like a recess. I need you to go in there and throw everything out. Just don't let your grandmother see it." I'm like, "What's in there?" She's like, "Yo, just throw it out."
Get the meth before the deer get
Oh,
Right. Like this is where that story could have gone, right? So I'm like, all right, so
there's
I
actually
go,
a roll of duct tape in there too.
I go up and I put my hand back into the recess. I can't see it, and it's really far back, so I couldn't like lean in. So like I had to lean grab, and I was like, oh, that's a dick. You know, I've held my dick enough to know that's a dick. So and then I was like, okay, so I root around. I'm like, and another dick. And another dick, and another. So, long story short, I filled up half.
Did you know you want to say it?
I filled up
You know
half.
you want to say it?
Say it.
Try not to suck any dick on your way out.
Well, there was a contractor's
37 of them.
half of a contractor
37.
bag full of
37.
dicks, rubber dicks, and
37.
some of well, there was a
In a
fist.
row.
There was a fist, a rubber
Stop.
fist.
What the fuck?
So-
Would you film fucking porn at your house?
Yeah, no, again, not
I
my
guess
house, my
Mom
mom's
was.
house.
Mom was doing
We did a
some
convention
shit.
for that. We brought them all there.
Oh.
Queen of the dildo
Christ.
bags.
So,
Shout out.
Why did
R.I.P.
Mom have so many dicks?
because
She had a fist. I'm not worried about the dicks. I get the dicks.
no, there
But
was-
apparently there's like a wooden one. Didn't you say there was
No,
like
there
a
was
One
stone
and two.
one.
Oh, a
no,
stone
there was a whittled stone or a wooden one, which I just
It was like
I
a
just-
police
Why?
baton.
Oh
Yeah.
my
Like
god!
a police baton
like
almost.
ancient age first dildo.
Actually,
made
I think they have it
carved.
right there. There it is. It's wrapped
There-
with barbed wire. It's by
Just like
Marguerite.
the first dildo ever
Yeah.
made, like
Yeah.
carved from wood, and like
Yeah.
she got it. She copped it first.
Yeah, it had Love Jesus.
It was Louisville first dildo.
It was the babe.
The dildo
The
ties
babe.
Barbadoss's.
I love
The
you,
babe.
Mom. I'm sorry that you're listening.
Hey, kids, do you want a dildo whittled out of wood?
You can
Have
actually
you ever
see
seen
one
the
in
Wonder
Charleston.
Boy get struck by lightning?
I'm
now
sorry.
we have a good old-fashioned mahogany dildo, $179.95.
You can actually see
My
one in
mom's like,
Charleston.
I have one down the basement right now. Like, I've been keeping it.
What?
She's got one
My
apparently.
mom.
Oh,
I was.
Maybe she got it from
She's
your house.
listening.
Oh, your mom's
I-
listening.
Your mom has a wooden dildo.
I love you, Mom.
That's fucked up.
But she probably has
Your
one
mom's
of
gonna
the carved wood dildos. Probably in. We don't know.
Oh.
Splinters.
Oh, come on, Pete. Damn.
God damn it, Dad.
All right, continue. There was just a bunch of.
So my mom had to clean it out. I filled up half a contractor bag. I was really pissed. 'Cause that was a lot.
37.
Yard sale.
There was I
In a row.
I put it up on top of her trash. And then
just
the trash
like,
guys
yeah.
are coming the next day.
Just
And
like
I-
one hanging
Just
out.
no,
I
just
slid
all
this.
of them.
I put a little slit on the
Yes.
top of the bag or the bottom of the bag because I knew when the garbage guy, because I was so mad, I wanted everyone else to be miserable. So when he threw it, when he went to throw it, he like swung it,
Dildos
and
just
like
flew.
hundreds of dildos just rolled down Walnut Street and King of Prussia.
so parade.
Yeah, it was a shower of dicks.
It's raining
Shower of
dicks.
dicks.
How, Bob? Well, right now it looks like we're gonna get about an inch of dicks.
Oh,
it was just
would you look at
raining
that?
dicks. Hallelujah.
It gonna rain.
But then on top of it, my mom's like, "Oh well, there's other stuff that just needs to be thrown out," and I'm like, going through her house and you ever have one of those moments where like you put?
I didn't have moments with dicks and
Well,
stuff.
here's
With
a
my
moment where
dicks and my mother.
My mom-
Can't say I have any
my
of
mom's
those
wanna-
things.
I'm
Can't say I've had any of those.
I'm
moments.
standing in my mom's living room and I look up
I've
and I see
never
this
either,
big
though.
giant eye hook, like a giant eye hook. And I'm like,
That's the sex swing Tommy Lee put up. That's fucked
so
up.
I go
I knew it was going
I
there.
go into the
I
back
can't.
and there it
I
is,
can't.
a full on sex swing.
No,
How many
your
times
did not
how many
have a
times has
full-
Motley Crue been here?
Hold on a
Do
second.
you know who your dad is? Are you sure?
Yeah, I know who my dad is.
Like,
yeah.
should we call Nikki Six?
Definitely
Calm
my
it down,
mom.
Dave Navarro.
I was
Wait
gonna
a
say my
second.
mom.
23 and me. Like,
She seriously
how do you deal with
had a
this?
sex swing.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
I mean,
And
you gotta know.
Oh yeah.
I'm so pissed because
Oh, yeah.
I've wanted one for so long, but like your mother's had one before me.
Yeah.
Maybe you can
Pit.
borrow it.
Pit.
She only
yeah.
has one leg.
I borrow
Yeah,
it.
right, exactly. My mom's like a handicapped mess.
She only
So,
needs
like,
one strap.
I think that was more of like a posturepedic.
Yeah. Maybe she was just
She needed to pull herself out of bed. Maybe just
that
let's
was
go
it.
with that. We'll go with that.
That was
It's
what
the
she was
swing to
doing.
the potty. No,
Yes.
it's not. It's the swing on dick.
gotta go to the left.
Swing on dick.
I was trying to be objective about the whole thing. I was trying to be devil's advocate. I was like, listen, it's a
sorry,
swing to get
Mom.
herself out of bed when she was having
Sorry,
foot
Mom.
problems. So you're like, nope, she's getting railed in that.
No.
Okay, Mom, turn the
Yeah.
Turn
So,
it off. I'm sorry.
and people want to know, well, where did all those toys come from? And it turns out this is the weirdest. This is the weirdest part of the whole thing. So I said to my mom, I was like, Mom, honestly, I swear, why do you guys have so many? I was like, that's a lot of money. Like, if we're pricing this out, you have thousands of dicks, thousands of dollars of dicks. So she said to me, she goes, now when Dave used to work and knock down houses,
Oh, okay.
he would go through the houses
Oh,
first. I'm like,
okay.
where?
They were
was-
used dicks?
Yeah, where
Okay.
were these?
So they
So,
just found.
all right, time
random
out.
dicks.
Yeah.
And they
Secondhand
kept
shop of
them.
dicks.
Yeah,
My
they-
mom had, I guess, aspirations of opening up a secondhand dick shop.
Right. Yeah, because used dicks are like a priority.
it was just a
like, that could be
collection
sold.
over the years?
Yeah,
Over the
right.
years.
Over the bullshit.
I wish he had done a scrapbook.
What are you selling on
Of
eBay, Chris?
you-
Gently used.
87.
Gently used 1973 dick.
So, yeah. So again, when we talk about family
Double-headed
trauma,
dildo. Like
I think you're beyond help. I can see why you became a comedian.
we need her here. Like that's.
I've got so
wild.
many questions.
No, but we can't.
So
my mom
many.
would. This is what my mom would do the whole time.
yeah.
See, I have funny hoarder stories, but not even like that at all. Not,
Yeah.
not,
No,
not
that's
crazy
amazing.
secondhand dick collection.
She had a sex swing.
She was like, that came
You
from Ron
definitely
Jeremy's
needed to
house.
go check out that Queen of the Dildo Bags lady from that sex convention that we did.
Yeah, that was the highlight of the comedy.
Yeah. Oh man, you're telling me I had to follow a guy after he was stapling money to his nutsack. So
That's right. That guy was doing that.
yeah. So prefacing that story, nice little segue, by the way. We get invited to do a comic book convention. So we write all this comic nerd humor, and we roll up to what looks like that little shack in the Hills Have Eyes. It's like a warehouse, and we roll in, and there's like furries and shit running around. Speaking of
There was a lot of furries.
a lot of furries. I
You
had
guys cousins? No.
I had a full-blown converstion with a dude and a nicer beard than me, whose name was Kristen. And I only found out that the name was Kristen because, like, Bernice or some shit came up behind me. It was like, Kristen, you want to go get a cigarette? And I'm like, holy fuck. This dude's hands were, again, no judgment,
There was a stilt guy
yes.
who had fire dildos, I think, or
Yes.
somebody
He
had
was
fire
spinning
dildos.
flaming dildos.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
But
The point is, kids, don't ever give up on your dreams.
No, for real. Follow through.
Be a furry.
shared universe, baby.
You know what? I'm actually going to drive off the road on my ride home. Like, this is the pinnacle of it all. Like, Chris, what's the best part of your life? Well, you know, I
was here.
I was
Yeah.
here. And then after that, I told the
Yeah,
dildo story, and
That's it.
fuck.
I'm on the moon.
No, but seriously, I had to. So I opened this show. That was the worst part about it. You at least got the headline. You got to suck it all in.
Was that the best part? I got
was
to
the best
headline
part.
it?
Yeah, you got
Yeah,
the headline.
thanks.
That's gigantic dumpster
Thanks.
fire. But this guy is literally ripping $100 bill off of his nutsack. and then I get to go on. And how do I follow that?
You can't follow that.
No, there's no following
no,
that. It was the most
things-
awkward. You know that really weird club dancing that with
You were
the
just
glow
like,
sticks?
hand me the stapler.
We went on after that because remember there was a musical break for like 5 minutes while they prepped the fucking stage because there was, and by stage I mean the ground, because there was blood all over it.
Yeah, because the guy had stapled his ding dong.
Yeah, his ding dong, his chest, his asshole. Yeah, I got to follow that. Also, that was exciting.
No, again, don't ever give up on your dreams because
You could do that. You could staple shit.
Yeah,
They're nuts.
you could do
that's
comedy
your
with a
dream-
gentleman who cuts their hair and eats it on stage. That was exciting
I
too.
think you told me that before.
yeah, I was there.
And you were like, nobody laughed, and I'm sitting there like,
No shit, right? Like
I'd be laughing.
I
Or
know.
the guy that walked out. You told me that one too.
it's same guy.
was like, hey, want a joke? And
It's the same guy.
Well-
Literally the same guy.
Well, and to the credit of the guy's mom, she had adopted kids that were special needs. And she obviously, this guy was one of those kids she adopted, and another one was this kid who had Down syndrome. And he sat down next to me, and we started talking. I was like, "Hey, buddy, how you doing?" You know, we're talking. He's like, telling me his brother was going to be up there, and I went up on stage and I performed. And when I went back, his face was like bright red, like bright red. And I'm like, "Are you okay?" And he's like, "You said asshole a lot," and he kept saying that for like a half an hour. And I'm like, "All right, no, but you." He's like, "A lot. You said asshole a lot," and I'm like, "Oh fuck, man." And his mom was like, "Thank you. He loves you." I'm like, "Oh good, this is love."
I'm glad he liked the asshole.
He's a fan of the asshole.
He did in fact laugh every time you said asshole. Like,
And
it was the loudest laugh there.
Didn't matter
And
what you said.
I was just like,
You
well,
could have
this
just
joke's
been
not
like,
funny.
asshole. Ah!
Asshole. And he would just crack up. I'm like, see, he gets it.
Oh, we have video of it. At one point, Chris is just like asshole, yeah, and lost his and
I love
nicest kid in the
that.
world.
I
Well,
actually
learning
love
and
that.
understanding your crowd.
I love that though.
absolutely.
I would have done it just for the one guy.
Yeah, I was there for him, not the guy eating hair.
Yeah, yeah.
No, or we've done shows.
Holy Christ.
I think my favorite show of all time was my bachelor party, where it was in this place called Dixon City, Pennsylvania. And if you've never been, go.
Clam diggers, baby. Shout out.
Literally, the place was called Clam Diggers.
Are you about to get Eric in trouble the way his face is
No,
making?
no,
okay.
I didn't do anything wrong.
No, Eric.
Oh, I have a story about clam diggers.
No, we all have stories.
I
Oh, we're not going to tell that story. No,
Yes.
we're not.
Yes.
No, we're not going to tell that story.
No, you can
We're not-
tell whatever
No,
story.
because that's attacking of one personal moment that we're not going to do. But this is
Genuinely
different.
don't
It's
care.
so
We
good.
just talked about your mom's nub. I mean,
This is different.
Who's that?
This is different. My mom is my mom.
No.
She did those things
and her
to
bathroom
me.
filled with dicks.
Yeah. So these things
All
were
right,
done to
all
me.
right, clam diggers. Let's do
Let's
this.
go.
So
Shout out to Dixon City, baby.
we
This is the best promo you're going to get for a while. I promise you that.
I did my best. They're not open anymore. He's in prison.
that says it.
Like literally, like okay. First of all, the owner of the place was Dave Tarano. Dave Tarano, I'm pretty sure, was in witness protection. Dave Tarano was doing a lot of legal shit. I know that he had a guy who used to be an FBI agent who worked with him who
Our
looked like.
first meeting there was my favorite when he was like, "Come on, come check out and see what we could do for you." That was my favorite.
Don't
leads us
fucking
into
say nothing.
leads us into the fucking kitchen.
Yeah. Well, my favorite was
Saw the money. Keep your fucking mouth shut.
well, there was no. He couldn't sell alcohol, right? So he's like, so what I'm going to do is people can bring their own cups, and I'm gonna donate it to them. I'm like, are you charging them? Yeah, I'm going to charge them like $40 to come in. I'm like, you're selling alcohol. But hey,
By the
who am I
cup.
to
No,
judge?
he's selling cups.
So Dave wants to help be part of the bachelor party, and Dave thinks it would be nice. I didn't tell him. I was like, dude, I'm not doing the bachelor party thing. I'm doing like a party with my friends and my
We went there
mom-
for a comedy show. We made a roast.
My
of
mom
Chris.
was there.
Yep.
Her husband was there.
Uh-huh.
My now wife was there. So like it wasn't a bachelor party like go do dumb shit. And
My
go get it.
dad, my stepmom.
So
No.
sitting
Yeah, Susan was there.
Sue.
not
Yeah.
for very long though.
Oh yeah, no,
Eli.
this didn't end. This did
Sue-
not end
Sue
well.
drops
This
off
whole night.
real
So
Yeah, this was fun.
Love you, Sue.
I'm sitting on stage, and there are three women, young women, wearing short dresses, and I'm performing, and they're just laughing and slapping their knees, and every time they slap their knees, their little dresses come up a little more. And I was about 8 minutes into my set when I realized that these were the entertainers that Dave had bought, purchased, rented, whatever. I don't know. That sounds like
They were
slavery.
donated.
Yeah.
Yeah, they were donated.
And I was on stage for like 45 minutes, and all I did was looked at the Cuckoos, and I was just like, this is weird. Like I've never actually like. How do you judge an audience's?
cuckoo? I'm
Yeah,
sorry.
cuckoo.
Coochies.
They're snizzes.
I
They're-
understand. Okay,
They're,
I got it now.
It sounds better than hatchet wound. You know what I mean? So, they're cuckoos.
You're whispering, "I."
That's the
had to go
butthole.
there.
But they're staring back at me,
Yeah.
and then Dave had a guy who he knew who wanted to do other shows, and he says to me, he's like, "Hey man, you want to do some coke?" And I was like, "No, I'm good, man." And he's like, "No, come on, man, I'll go in the back, we'll do some coke." And I was like, "No, I don't do coke, I'm good." So I'm still in the kitchen, and the guy's back there, and I'm looking at him, I'm like, "Hey bud," I was like, "That's not coke." And he's like, "What are you talking about?"
Powdered sugar.
No, I'm like, that's crack cocaine. So this guy's trying to do rails of crack that he's like, and I'm like, that's not, nope. Like,
Nope.
I don't even do it. And I know that's not how you do it.
That's hard.
So
You know
you
what's hilarious is I did not realize that Ming pulled up the logo of Clam Dinners.
Yes!
Oh my God, that's hilarious.
that's it. And you
Incredible.
call that number now, and I bet
He's
you it's a
on it.
church.
Call the number.
I bet it is.
No, it's attached to a Days Inn. It's definitely not a church.
Oh, no.
It's probably
Oh,
a
yeah.
It's
that
probably a
what you took to
methadone clinic.
entertainers?
It was
It's
literally,
a methadone clinic now, definitely.
and like when I would perform there, Dave would always say to me, "I got you the good room." Right?
No,
got
no,
you
you
the
didn't.
president.
No, you
not
didn't, Dave.
No, it was the room with a spa in it, right? So you'd go in.
The spa with his security guard, and his security guard would want to stay with you,
And he'd want to get in, yeah.
and he'd want to get in it with you.
Yeah.
he was
Wow,
excited.
you.
Yeah,
Yep, yep.
and when you walked into the room,
And he wouldn't wait for you to answer.
again, guys, don't
We're-
ever
we're-
give
we're
up your
getting in.
dreams.
We're
If
getting
you want to
in.
be a stand-up comedian, this is exactly the stories
Follow
you'll get.
through with you.
So I'm in Clam Diggers, and I go up into the room, and Dave's there, and he's all excited, and he's like pointing out the spot, and he's like, I'm gonna come up here with you, and I'm like, oh, okay. So like the whole night goes on, and it's like 2:30 in the morning, and he comes upstairs, and Dave just doesn't care. He's getting in the hot tub, and I'm like, I want to go to bed.
He's like, bite the pillow.
So he takes his pants off, and it's just
Dude, there is some therapy that
he
you're gonna-
drops Thor's hammer for a dick, and I'm like, of course you have a horse's dick. And then his girlfriend comes in, and they're like, do you mind if we? And I'm like, no, you guys. So I left while he banged her in the soap scum ring spa. So yeah, and then here's the best part.
I'm an enjoiner.
Here's the best part. You let out the tub, and all the water's supposed to go out. Now, not about an inch and a half. And it turns out she and he had a lot of work to be done in the time that I was gone, because there was a lot floating on the top. So what I'm saying is, again,
Follow your
kids,
dreams.
follow your dreams.
But he got you the good sweet.
He did get me the good suite. There was no
In the
hookers
shower.
dead under the bed. That was the good suite.
Yo, he had a security guard that lived under a bridge.
Yeah.
True story.
Do you remember? Oh God, what was his name again?
I don't remember.
Oh no, it was like he had like a douche name, right? Like Connor or something.
God.
Oh,
Like
God.
not to say Connor's a douche name.
we had a friend who
Sorry.
Trent.
slept with him
Sorry,
and didn't
Connor.
remember his name, so I can't remember either.
Yeah, that. Well, hey, sometimes we.
it was exciting.
Let's be honest. We've all. I mean, not you, Eric. You never slept with anyone. Your other two
never.
kids, just
Never.
imagine.
Oh my God.
Virgin.
It's just
Immaculate conception.
yeah.
Yep.
Your semen flew out of your wiener into those women and made those babies.
Clearly. That's clearly.
Flying semen.
All right. Well, this is where this is going now. All right. Awesome.
It's there.
Oh, it's fine when I'm talking about my mom's dildos, but the minute we say you're flying semen,
No, it's cool. I didn't.
Eric's a whore. We know this.
he's not a whore.
I don't get paid.
Oh, right.
He's just a slut.
Yeah.
Donation.
Just little manslaughter.
He donated.
I don't.
He donated.
Here's a
To be
conversation.
honest, I do it for the taste.
Like to multiple women.
Dude, he went there.
I mean, honest, Eric, if you are going to drink something that would be vagina flavored, it would be called Bang.
He took it,
It is fantastic.
Route 9, and went there.
All right.
He
Well, that's
knew what
exciting.
he was getting into when he did
Yeah.
this.
All right. So that's
So
exciting.
so
I don't
Gabby
argue.
crack story. What's next?
Oh, let's play a fun little game because she was a little jealous that we all had nicknames. Let's come
No,
up with a
I was
nickname for you.
not. I was not. I was not. He wanted to.
What do we have? How do we have nicknames?
I'm not like my name's Gabby.
You're Jewish. You're right.
I already have it.
What's that?
Do you remember
Chris.
Dick Tracy?
No,
yours?
we can't
Do
call
you
it
remember
Dick.
No, we're not calling him Dick Tracy. Do you remember the character Mumbles? Because like we're talking and she's like, yeah, that's definitely what I would. So like, you just hear her voice in the back. Yeah,
Fucking Dustin Hoffman.
yeah. So Mumbles.
Out of all the characters,
See, Mumbles. We're done. Look at that.
I mean, I
stands
love
over you.
I love Dick Tracy, by the way. So it is so. That's
That's just what I do.
What was what was the
That's
repeating
okay.
one?
Yeah, like
I don't remember.
There was one that Dad kept repeating the call 2 times.
It was like G spot.
Well, Goodfellas says, "Get the papers, get the papers."
Get the papers, get the papers.
Yeah, but I didn't get
Go home and get your
stories like
fucking
you
shine
did,
box.
Chris. Though if I had a moment, I could shine. But you were like, you stole the show.
I apologize. What I was just saying.
but I was trying to.
Wait,
No,
wait,
just
wait.
kidding.
Let's just all stare at her
Shine
uncomfortably.
box.
She basically
can
was just
stare at
saying
her
because you
uncomfortably
fucking
and give her
talk
a
too
moment.
much.
Let's give you a moment. Go ahead.
No.
All right, and here we are, ladies and gentlemen. It's the 2:07 hour, and now we have Gabby Shine, who's going to give us some.
And now a monologue.
You just seen it first. 9 months later, there's going to be
Gabrielle
another
Mumbles Shine.
running around.
This is my spot. Here we go.
This is see. Look, do the moan because this is where the spot where you guys are finally going to get a boy. 4 girls. 9 months later, she's popping one out.
Oh, by the way, if anybody has kids and there's parents, because you just did the moan, that's a perfect way. If your kids are ever talking about shit you don't want them to be talking about, you just do the moan in front of them. So, like, my kids are like, "Oh, I got my period and it's so heavy." I'm like, "Ugh." You're like, "Dad, that's so weird. Stop!" And they run away and they don't talk to me anymore. So that's how you shut your kids up.
See, I do the high pitched one, so it's super
you do
awkward
the,
for every.
Yeah, and they leave.
Just reminded me of
They
that
literally
kid.
leave
They leave.
the room.
Oh yeah, gone.
They leave
Do the growl.
immediately.
That'll do, donkey. That'll do.
That
Get him to do the growl. Dad.
What else do you do to fuck with your kids? Apparently
I feel like we need to
everything.
know.
Everything.
Should be writing this shit down.
It's not even.
Is
It's
there
not
parents?
even
Where's it-
fucking with them as much as it is having.
No, it is
teachable
because
moments.
no matter what you do, it will to them it will always be fucking with them.
scarring.
I was told.
Stop it.
All right, well, I want to hear what you have to say.
No. You were told something. I
we're
want to
not-
hear what you were
that's what
told.
I'm
I was told that "I love yous" constantly is annoying. Apparently,
from
which is
no, that's what not from your kids, from Gianna.
Well, I would hope Eric's not telling my kids he loves them, and I would
No.
understand why that's a little
I
too
do,
much.
I do love your kids. Not like that. I mean,
No,
I
I'm
love
just
you.
glad you're not reaching out on social media and be like,
You're like, yeah,
like that, then we have an issue.
I love
Yeah.
you. No, that's
No.
weird.
Your daughter's like,
No, okay, so
stop.
your kids, you say I love you, and they're like, all right, Dad.
Well, I know it's like the embarrassing thing. Like, oh god.
I'm not. Like she's 7, like going on 17. I swear to God, she's like enough. Okay, Dad, I've got.
I came
it.
in and she was wearing a crop top one day, and I wanted to
she's
punch
not-
somebody in the face.
She's not allowed to wear them outside the house.
No,
she's not.
No.
Or in the house. Not a,
She w-
you're wearing a
Oh, I
bag.
please don't talk about boobs. Because my oldest
doesn't-
daughter, I won't. Nope.
Okay. Well,
No.
no.
There's two, man. I hear you.
No. Listen.
You don't know. You don't know.
But not when you go in the morning.
Daughters.
When you go in the morning and you're like, "Hey, I need you," and she rolls over and you're like, "Ah, boom, boom, boom," and you're out the
Well,
door.
then
Like
the-
you can't. You
wait,
forget about what you
yeah.
wanted your kid to do. You forget about like what you were going to work. Like you're sitting at home just rocking. You're like,
Yeah.
Where you're
no,
like in the fetal
that's
position.
our oldest.
Oh
like,
god.
our
I
older
didn't see
ones.
this.
Our oldest ones. Yeah.
Now, do you deal with the period
They're
stuff?
Women,
Oh, yeah, of
Yeah.
course.
Our
The
older.
period stuff. So I got the phone call for Madeline, and they were whispering on the phone. Like I just think menstruation is just funny. So like the woman's like,
How
"Hi,
you going to talk about your kids'
Yeah.
menstruation?
hi, Mr. Smith."
Yeah, I felt like at the beginning of it, like my daughter thought that I didn't know. She's like, I just need to keep it a
They
secret.
would.
It's
They would ask me to get the.
Like
they
I
were like,
haven't-
Can you get me?
like I'm new here.
The
No. I got the phone call to bring in the stuff, and you don't send a man to a pharmacy when his daughter's just getting her menstruation for the first
We went
time.
for both of them.
I literally went in and was like, my kid had a period. Can I get all of them? And then I was like, do you have periods for little girl or tampons for little girls?
no.
And then
That
the,
worked out
Right.
well,
So-
didn't
and
it?
then the woman looked at me and I was like, I don't know, like it's my little girl. She's always.
And
I'm
then
a
they're like,
teacher.
"Oh my God, even no."
So
Even
I had
more
to
no.
gobble those words back up
Yeah.
again. But then when I went in and I was having the conversation with her and I was leaving, the principal goes, Mr. Smith, I wish you were my dad when I got my period.
See? Eric, you're a
It's a weird thing to say to a person. Like, well, how do you follow that up, though? Have a good day? I'm sorry I wasn't there when you menstruated. Like, you know, I'm sorry. My bad.
I
Like,
can
you know,
help you out. Like,
Top Gun.
I'm always here for you. Here's my card.
you know
Call
what?
me next month.
If you need some tampons,
I
I
feel
got
the need
you.
for
like,
speed.
Top Gun.
I got you, Goose.
No, but
Next time I got
Eric
you.
did the same thing for his girls.
Oh, yeah,
And
absolutely.
But they went to me, and he was the one who had to pick them up.
I'm like, I don't
And,
give a shit.
like,
Right.
No,
Like,
and
Yeah,
I
said
had
that. Like,
just,
what do I care?
I had just like
Judge me.
the first 2 babies. I need you to
I'm
pick me up
bleeding, not in the
pads.
car.
Yeah.
Not in the car.
No, and like we had to get you like they wanted certain size tampons, certain size pads. They were like, just
We're on this.
They were
You
like,
put us in this.
don't.
You're welcome.
Don't tell Daddy that I'm the one who said it. I went, I promise. I'm gonna say it's for me. Even
but
though,
that's an okay.
but I said even though I was like 6 months pregnant.
But
Like,
there's
I promise
another
I'll
issue,
say.
though, right? Is like how even no matter how open we are with our own kids and how much we love them, they still look at things like their period like it's this weird, gross thing that they shouldn't talk about. It's like, you know what? Like, it's weird. It happens. I don't want to fucking have a discussion about it at dinner, but at the same time, like, if you need to come to me,
spaghetti.
We know what's happening.
right? Like,
yeah.
I know now why when I say good morning to you at certain parts of the month, and you're like, what? And I know that that's because your friend came to visit. And that's a shitty friend, by the way. You should stop calling it your
that
friend.
friend fucking sucks.
That's a miserable bitch. She's trying to mess up your life.
Fuck that friend.
It's my friend.
It's more like your mother shows up.
Yeah. Oh,
Because girls and their mothers don't get along.
my mother, my best friend. But I know other mothers.
No, I don't want to get along.
I will get along with my mom.
You get along
I
with
would
Not
get along
touching
with your
that subject.
Oh, my mom. Everyone gets along with my mom.
Like, what's up,
because
Lovey?
she's amazing. She pops her leg off and lets
Yeah.
people chug it.
Yeah, and my mom. like,
Here. You need a cup.
Yeah,
I remember I
love her.
punched a kid in the face once because he said he wanted to fuck my mom when I was like 14. He's like, yeah, I'd fuck your mom. And I just punched him.
Right.
And then nobody else wanted to fuck my mom. So, like, sometimes there's simple solution to situations.
Nobody said that again.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like,
How about?
hey.
But Eric grew up with like saying your mother was hot.
Yeah, had that
Yes.
too. Oh yeah, and this motherfucker
thought she was hot,
it out.
too?
We did a comedy show one time and called it out in front of like 75 people.
Because I had never met your mom. So it was an honest response. And it wasn't that because your mom is very attractive. It's because you and your brother are you and your brother. So I was like, and then it was like,
And also that my dad is my dad.
And yeah.
Because you
Right.
made that comment
Pop
too.
and then-
right. Yeah. No. The Barry sperm was strong. Because
Right.
when it came to pretty jeans, your mom was just like, fuck, I guess I don't get to pass anything down.
No, she did though with all of the.
No, the
do-
kids, it's skip the generation.
Yeah, 100.
Yeah,
100%.
with you guys, but like he can't make anything but girls, and neither
I apologize
can
when I look at certain features of my
brother.
kids. I apologize. I'm like, I'm sorry for your tiny legs, your weird feet, and your giant head. Like, I am
But
sorry.
they all have my face, but I'm
You
saying like,
you apologize for their deformities? You pointed out your
I
kids'
do. I
deformities
did.
to them?
Yep.
Popped out of
Hey, by
My
the way,
children are
kids,
beautiful, by the way.
when Daddy
Our
looks
daughter-
at you, I just see your giant heads and your long.
I mean, I don't do it seriously. I'm like, I'm sorry that you look like a Funko Pop. I'm just.
that's the baby, okay?
She does. She's an adorable Funko
Gianna
Pop.
grew out of your deformities.
That's Oscar.
That's pretty boss to
waiting for
grow out of deformities.
She did. Now,
Hey, let's go back to the Corey Feldman thing. You were.
let's go.
Let's do that.
Yeah, Anthony, it's your
He's gay. He's got to be.
Well, yeah.
Right? We know this.
yes,
Gotta be.
yes.
Didn't you just see him in concert?
He had to have been
Stories, yeah.
touched by. Dude, you see him in concert every time you turn on fucking Facebook.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. It's,
Have you seen
Right?
the
So do you
stories
think he was
about him?
touched
Yes.
by Michael Jackson?
yeah. We think.
Oh,
Yeah.
no.
Like
I don't know.
Does he believe his
I feel
he
like
believes he's talented.
I feel like
He does.
been touched
I
by
haven't
someone.
watched his.
I don't
I've watched
know.
like the 3 seconds of footage.
Okay,
he
but
sent
you
me.
still
I haven't watched it.
that 3 seconds. You supported his ass for 3 seconds.
I supported it because you sent it to me. You're
I
like,
know I
you
did.
need to watch this.
I didn't watch it.
I did.
I wasn't like, hey, I wasn't actively going out and looking
At first,
for
you're like,
Corey
is this,
Feldman
is
in
this
concert.
real? You're
No.
like, is this real?
I wasn't. I'll
I
be
just
honest.
think it's interesting. Corey Feldman still like his name
Yes.
comes up still.
Right. Like, and he's.
I mean,
still,
I would
like,
love. I'm not knocking the shit that he did like back in the day. I'm not at all.
No,
Not
we're talking about
knocking him.
now, though. This dude's,
But again, I wasn't
He's
actively
out
looking
to
for
lunch,
Corey
though,
Feldman in concert.
I am now. I want to find the whole concert. We're gonna play it.
Didn't you see him? Didn't you see him live or footage of him or something?
No.
Okay, so I have no fucking idea what you're talking about.
Yeah.
Are you telling me that he's making a comeback musically?
Look it.
No.
Yep. Search it up. He has
But no,
music
he's
videos.
trying to. No.
He looks
yes.
like old school Davey Havoc from AFI. Do you remember?
Oh my god, I do actually remember. That was like when I first started teaching.
Oh, he got. Oh,
But
he's
been.
It's
Trying.
amazing.
New York Presbyterian.
It's amazing.
Oh, I want to hear. I want to hear. Can we say like 18 seconds of Corey Feldman singing? Because I remember back in the. Oh, here we go.
Oh, see.
Called What Up With Youth, and it's about what's up with the youth
This is
in
him
America
now.
today.
And
gang
that's Howard
violence,
Stern.
drugs,
This is
and
him.
Yeah.
And a bald
Trying
cap
to make the
and
world
assless
young.
chest.
could relate to that for sure. Let me tell you
That can't be now because look at.
It's now.
No.
No.
This is
no.
his new.
This is the 80s. This is Bongo
It's not.
Fiesta.
It's not the
This isn't
80s.
now.
Let's hear it for Corey
this
right
isn't
now. Let me show-
This is now.
No, look,
This
it's
is
look, it's
not
1992.
now.
No.
So
no
unless
way.
you can't read,
Yeah, dude. Like I'm not.
1992.
No, we need to see him now.
Yeah.
Yeah, no. Well, there was a little.
Look
person.
right
That was
there.
cool.
Good Morning America.
No,
He just did.
look, Corey-
It's even like 4
Feldman.
years ago.
No,
Come
but
on, dude.
Corey Feldman.
He has an album called Child Actor.
2022. His most. I've watched all of them on the.
Like, where did he
He's
look?
Well, okay, why does
Lost.
Look,
Lost.
Is he Sith Maul? What is that?
Eric, you need to dance next to him.
What?
It's a fish. Like,
What is that?
Hold on, he's singing.
What is that dance group?
Jabberwockies.
you want this CD?
Dude, this is the kid in high school that came to tell you about the concert he was having in his fucking parents' garage, and you showed up, and you're like, what the fuck's going on? And now you're drinking like Kool-Aid with the kids, and you have no idea what's going on, and now you're in the basement chained up, and mom's down there putting brownies up your asshole. I'm just saying, this is the kind of shit that happens with
And now
this.
he's on
really?
Letterkenny doing
Is he really?
No,
He's
I'm
been
joking.
Lost. He's
no,
been lost for a
one of the
while.
skids.
He's one of the skids.
This is. It's
He
right.
was on
Wow.
like
It's-
documentary.
Stop it!
Michael
Leave Corey alone.
But look at him. Like he was touched.
I did not touch that poor boy. I was just his mentor.
on the documentary.
I told him,
That's what
listen.
he said about Culkin. Wasn't
I said, wait 12 years after my death and redo your music. They'll love it. I promise. What the fuck is he doing? I didn't teach him that. Oh my, look at that. Oh, that's it. Move your fingers. You have tape on it? Hee hee.
he does do the tape.
He does. Stop it. I told him everything he knows. I showed him all of it. Look at it. Yeah, that's my patented movie looking in the camera. And I would say, I didn't touch him, boy.
For the record, I did not know that this whole segment was
yeah,
going to
yeah.
take place.
It doesn't matter.
At all.
Oh, but stop
at
it.
all. I walked up, and the first
Look
thing out of
it.
Anthony's mouth was not hello, was do you believe Corey Feldman was touched by Michael Jackson? I'm like,
all
right, so that's where we're going with this.
This is more than
Wait a
touch.
second. This isn't on there. Hold on.
Yes,
Yeah,
it
I
is.
didn't-
I think it
Wait,
was, wasn't
The
it?
world after.
This
Wait,
isn't
Where's
touch.
the Corey?
This is like he took him
hold
on.
I'm just gonna keep
Like,
sitting
he's
here
d-
talking like Michael.
What do you think he fucking
He's
transferred
dead.
his consciousness
Yes.
like Chucky into this motherfucker? Thanks,
Stop
Ed
it.
Gale.
Stop it.
That's ignorant.
You sound like Mike Tyson.
There's a difference if you're doing my talk
Oh,
like that. It's quite
my
there's
goodness.
an absolutely you can hear the differences.
You want to hear Chris?
Yes.
The Fanatic, by the way.
Impersonation.
Please, I'll eat your ears and your family and your children and your soul, and I'll come to your house and eat the mailman just to let everybody know how crazy I am. Stop it. Now you tell me there's not a difference. I'm soft.
That's ignorant.
That's ignorant. I wouldn't touch a child.
I'm upset.
Magic.
I'm ready for it.
This is
What's next on there?
yeah. What is next on there, Eric?
Show wrap up?
Yeah, no, it's the world after COVID. We're pretty fucking close to that because we obviously did not follow any of this.
None of it.
No, who needs
None
an
of it.
outline?
No,
No,
I mean, it's
who?
it's
Like,
their
what-
suggestions. They're like stop signs.
I love how and anybody watching this, we're all looking at it like.
Not,
Wait a
Let me
second.
see. Oh, yes,
Wait,
yes,
wait,
wait.
wait, wait. Gabby crack story and nickname. Like it just.
No, but
It
that's
wasn't even the wrong.
It was the wrong drug.
so
but
what'd you
it's
do
still-
during COVID?
What did I do during
Were you a
COVID?
teacher still during COVID?
No, I was an administrator, but I did all that stuff from home. But then I got really good at Call of Duty,
Like everybody else.
and then
Video
and then
games.
and then I was like, oh, money's running out
You
because
got stimulated.
Well, I didn't get that. My ex-wife got that. That was fun.
Womp.
Yeah. So,
Womp womp.
Let's not bring that up. But she had to pay taxes on it, and I fucked her anyway. So
Government fucked her for me.
then I started driving Lyft.
Yeah.
And I just because I hated.
There's got to be stories.
Oh my God!
One.
All right, best story. Well, there's a lot of them. Well, one of my favorite ones.
Some tells me you're going to start with Atlantic City.
No. We're gonna start with Kensington. So I got a phone call to go to Kensington.
Tranquilizer.
I get a phone call, or they and like, all right, going to Kensington, and it's all
You
right.
were like,
what?
fuck yeah, Kensington.
Fuck it, $25 bonus at that time of night. They didn't. Lyft knew. Lyft was like, we can't get anybody to go out.
You were
there.
like, get in, lock your door.
They were like giving out free houses and shit. They're like, get a free house. I'm like, oh, get this motherfucker. And you would pull up. My favorite sound is the of just all the needles and caps that you drive over as you pull up, and
Trash
you
and
guarantee you're.
Hurry up and get in and lock
So the
door.
guy comes out and he's like, hey man, and I was like, yeah, get in the car. So he gets in the car, and the best part is, and I swear to God, he says to me, he goes, if I change where we're going, man, is that a problem, man? And I was like, well, where are we going? He's like, I want to go to Reading. And I was like, that's a lot of money. I was like, yeah. I was on full. He was on his car. I was like, "You change it, accepts it," and it came through. Right, so we're halfway there. We're like getting up into the King of Prussia area, and I said, "I'm like, hey, you wanna just stop and maybe we could just like hang out for a minute or whatever?" And he's
Let's
like,
go to Chuck E. Cheese.
and he's like, "Yeah, man, let's do that." And so we got out of the thing, and he's like, "You know what? I'm just gonna stay here." And I'm like, "All right, cool." So I got my car and I sat there for 45 minutes because he never canceled the car, and I just kept getting all the money. It just kept going up, and I'm like, "This is a lesson. This is a lesson.
Right
if you're
there.
going to get a lift, don't be high on heroin." It's not my responsibility to push that button for you. So I just sat there. I should have just driven around in circles and just gotten the mileage and just kept going. But I didn't do that. I just sat and let time. Are you still with them? Yes, I am still with him. I can see him. He was sitting there and like 2 o'clock in the morning. It was awesome. Then I had a woman who told me we were driving, and this is actually one of my most favorite stories. So we're driving, and Jay-Z's Hard Knock Life comes on. So in the very beginning, it sounds like Hard Knock Life from the musical, and the woman goes, "I love this musical." And then and then it goes into, and suddenly it becomes Jay-Z, and she's like, "Oh, it's that jungle music." So I was like, I had to make a split decision. You know what I mean?
Like, whoa, cancel.
Because I'm on 95, and I'm like, oh, you know what? We should just pull over real quick. So I pulled off of 95, and I was like, you can get out. And she's like, what? And she got her phone out. She's like, I'm recording you.
Oh, no.
And I literally turned and I said, hello, my name is Chris Smith. I'm a driver in Philadelphia. I'm kicking this piece of whale shit out of my car because she's a racist cunt. Is that good enough for you? And she was like, don't let Lyft know what you did to me.
Beautiful.
And I was like, and I'm going to let them know you're a racist and you can go fuck yourself. And I drove off. So I'm hoping she got hit by a car, but I don't know.
Beautiful.
That's another good
Drop
story.
you off in Kensington.
See, I like where I thought it was gonna go, but not.
Yeah.
Yeah, because it reminds me of.
No.
I also started driving for a limo when COVID was going
The
down.
limo's got to be better stories.
So I was
Yeah.
driving an 11-passenger Sprinter van. Okay, I pick up a bachelor party, and I'm taking them to Philadelphia, but I'm picking them up over in like the Deptford area.
So you're going to Rape Cafe.
Oh,
Like,
yeah,
wherever you're going, you know that one of these. Okay.
Absolutely. So the largest human being I've ever met in my life answers the door, wearing probably, I don't know, a circus fucking tent of a tuxedo. And he's like, "Oh, you here for this party?" And he was,
Gilbert Grape was behind
yeah,
you.
and
Arnie.
we're gonna get to him in a moment because he's the focal point of this story. The deepest fucking voice I've ever heard in my life. So everyone's drunk and shit. They all load up. We start going, and so they have access to the radio. They start thumping this just gangster shit. And then as it progresses, you hear this guy's voice, and he's rapping and going and going and going. Hard Knock Life, all the classics. And then it gets into 90s pop territory. And this guy is belting out Backstreet Boys.
Ain't nothing wrong with
Hammered
that.
as shit. Just,
It lets you know that certain Backstreet Boys transcend all
Oh,
musical
bro,
interests.
I was dying, man.
Like, I
because
don't care who you are. Like, you could be
You were
that
like,
sad,
I know this shit.
Yeah, you could be that sad girl in the corner with like the eyeliner on and like trying
Yep.
to like not cut yourself, and you still know Backstreet Boys.
Like 7 foot tall black dude in a fucking brick shit house tuxedo belting out Spice Girls was fantastic.
Yeah, that sounds fucking glorious.
Yeah. That's where I thought you were gonna go with that. But
No.
it was.
I'd be
not.
all about it.
No.
Yeah.
I've had my favorite though was the woman who threw up on herself, and she was like she was trying to hold it so it wouldn't get on my car, because then she'd have to pay for all the cleaning fees,
Yeah.
right? So she's like, I don't feel good. I was like, and I put the window down. I was like, well,
Go,
there's a
put
window.
the head
And
out.
she went, I think I'll be, ah! And it just and it
down
wasn't
there.
just like a little, it was like all over. And I'm like, huh? And you smell vomit hits you.
Oh,
You're like,
yeah.
I literally,
so you're driving, you're like, trying not, because like, can I charge her for me vomiting on my car? So I'm like,
yeah,
oh.
yeah, this.
We pull over, and I literally, she's like, should I get out? I'm like, yeah, get the fuck out of my car. And she's doing the,
Oh
with the
no!
hose her down.
and I'm like, huh. So luckily,
Not the fling action.
yeah, she was, and was like, I don't know what she ate, but I think it might have been person, because there was like chunks of, I was like, huh.
Get on my car, Dahmer.
And she said to me, she's like, she goes, I'll tip you really good. I'm sorry.
No.
She
This
tips
wasn't
me.
covered.
She tipped me. You know what she tipped me?
$5.
$8.
I don't give a
Bitch,
shit.
I almost threw up. I did. I threw up.
Bitch.
And I had to eat my own puke. It was more than $8 I should have gotten.
Absolutely.
I almost went to my car and threw up in the back seat and say she did it.
Do you know how fast?
That's what I
can-
should have
like,
done.
Someone just like gags. I gag with them. I'm like,
Oh, I do.
like you can't.
Yeah, my wife does that.
You can't.
She
You
hates it.
can't.
And I go,
I'll be with you. I'll do it with you. I will.
Yeah.
I,
Is your
like,
one-
I
is your
can't.
wife one when you can do the sounds?
yeah, I do this. Oh, yeah.
Oh, I'd do it.
Yeah, I do it all the time. Well, I also, it's sounds and voices. It's how we keep the marriage spicy.
So
How do you keep it?
romantic.
Trying to make her puke.
I love it.
That's how we keep
No, yeah,
marriage
hey,
alive.
I remember almost puking at your house when we were that movie that I watched when I had a mental breakdown on your couch. That was exciting.
what the fuck's going on, man? Huh? And then and Secretary's
What?
playing in the background. That's weird. You ever watch a secretary with your wife and a dude who's like freaking out on your fucking couch next to you?
What
You're
was
like,
he
yeah,
on?
Spanker.
What was he on?
For those who don't know what the Secretary is, it's like 50 Shades of Grey,
But good.
but good.
But
And with James Spader.
Yeah.
wait a second. What were you on? Like, why were you?
Dude's
I
on
was not,
shrooms and I'm
I was
showing him
not
Shrek.
low. That's all.
freaking the fuck
Obviously,
out.
we're high.
I was not low.
I don't
No,
know what he's saying, man.
I've seen him.
There he is. He's whispering sweet nothings into her ear, and I was
I
losing
know
my
what this
fucking
movie
mind.
is.
Oh, it's
but,
got
like,
that Jake
Yeah.
Gyllenhaal
All right,
ugly
'cause-
sister.
But you
Come
Maggie
on,
literally.
yeah.
Gyllenhaal. We like Maggie.
How
Gyllenhaal.
long ago?
She's-
It's kind of
Chris,
ugly.
This was forever.
when
She's
was
like cute ugly.
Oh, years ago. This
But
was,
I fell asleep, and I
Make
I
sure
had
you
my
say that
hand-
story right. Like it was
pressed
years
against
ago.
his couch.
it was years
No,
ago.
no,
like 10
that
years
doesn't
ago.
matter.
You weren't
I don't
even
care.
born yet.
But you did.
I was-
Yeah, you were still in utero. I had bought a DeLorean, picked up Eric, and we went back in time.
This doesn't.
Saw my dad.
Doesn't mean shit.
It's like the Jetsons.
No, but I had fallen
I'm,
asleep.
I'm just curious though, like how. Like,
I fell asleep, and my hand was like pressed up against this couch
Right.
that he had, and the
Right.
weaving in the couch was like pressed into my skin, and I was so fucked up. And I looked at it, and I thought I was tripping out, and I had a mental breakdown
He was
for like.
what's on my hand? Am I gonna be okay? What is this? I'm like, dude, it's an impression from the pillow. Shut up. And he was like, all right, and he went back to sleep.
Yep, that's exactly what happened.
So at least when he freaks out, quickly
yeah.
leaves it.
Yes, absolutely. That's accurate. That's accurate. So thanks for that.
You're
So
welcome.
you were just high, like high and dry.
Yes. Thank you.
Like high on drugs?
I was
No,
high
I meant
No,
that.
you're
I said
high on fucking life,
high
and
and
you later-
drunk.
You were on
I know. Were you
And
doing
barbiturate?
meth with those
I
deer?
I was.
Like,
I
you
actually,
were doing meth with the
actually,
deer in the
one of the
forest.
deer dropped one off at the
Okay,
house.
that's what I figured.
Yeah, man, do you remember when he knocked on the door? He was like
That was the picture.
It
that
makes
was the couch.
sense.
with his hoof, and
Yeah.
he kept smacking the door. And I'm like, what is that sound? It
Right.
sounds like someone knocking.
That was the couch. He
Right.
was like, "You got an alarm
It's like,
clock?"
Yeah.
Like,
pulled a little tube out and said, "Smoke
So
this."
she actually wasn't weaponizing them. She was training them to deliver meth to other people.
Well,
like
did
a
you-
meth delivery service.
There actually is another story not too long ago where some woman trained squirrels to attack her ex.
Yes.
I'm dead serious. And like the
Get
woman
him,
was
Chip and
in the
Dale.
street,
I'm
and
sorry,
the
I
squirrels
saw
were
it.
like they descended
Yes.
upon him and attacked him.
Yep.
They launched.
We know you love squirrels.
Oh, fuck squirrels. Oh, I fucking hate squirrels.
Wait, no, explain it. Go. Go.
All right, so 2006.
He knows the year.
I do remember because it was when my daughter was born, and I forgot my wallet. I went back into the house and I heard scurrying.
Fucking squirrels got it.
I had heard scurrying in the house, and it was like. And I was like, what's that sound? So I went into the basement, and I could hear it, and I'm looking around, and there was a squirrel. We made eye contact with each other. We had a moment, and I was like, oh, fuck.
We had a moment.
And he's looking at me, and he's doing a little squirrel thing with his hand, doing that. And I was like, fuck, I got to get the squirrel out. So I opened up the window, and I did what most people do with any animals when they're trying to get them out. I said, shoo. Which is stupid because I don't know that that's an international word that animals know, but I'm like, shoo.
I don't know what language you
Clearly
speak, but
not.
please get the fuck out.
Yeah, I don't see squirrels. So the squirrel's like, I'm not going to do anything. And then the squirrel leapt from the floorboards onto my chest. And I don't know if you've ever seen a squirrel go up a tree, but they have really terrible claws. And it went into my chest, and I went, ah! And I punched it in the face, and I knocked the squirrel
You did
out.
not punch the squirrel in the face.
The motherfucker
What the fuck
jumped
is he
on
gonna
me
do?
and put his nails into my chest. I'm
It's
not
an act of aggression.
How dare you?
no.
I'm not an elm. So I punched it, and then I'm thinking, all right, well, a human punch to a squirrel head, it's going to kill it, right? So like
No,
I'm thinking
wrong.
everything's done. I'm trying to get this stuff together. No, the fucker was like, and I'm like, oh fuck.
He was ready to go.
So I had to kill him. I had to finish it off there. I was so afraid to get near him, so I took a big PVC pipe and I ran through him like I was Sir Gallaudet. You know what I mean? Like, I just and I broke his neck, and then I left him on top of the trash can, just like my mom still does.
Well, we're not getting anything from
My
PETA.
mom
That's
still-
I left him out
I'm
there as a
done.
warning to the rest of the squirrels, like, don't come in my fucking house.
This is some shit.
So I don't like squirrels.
Don't mind Dr. Douche Little over here. She loves animals.
Yeah.
She like.
I'm over this.
First of all,
There
other
goes
night-
our-
Literally,
all right,
you
so the-
literally just punched a squirrel in the face.
The other night,
not that he killed it with PVC pipe, but
our ring
No.
cam goes off,
How
right?
dare you not?
She looks out the window, she goes, oh! And then just runs down the steps. And then I'm watching the video of the ring cam, and she is like trying to
No,
get
I
this
said
fucking cat out front of our house. It's like fucking midnight. It's midnight.
No, and he said
10 minutes of.
no,
And you
no.
could just hear me over there.
can I ask a question though?
I'm
Why?
like, no.
because there are other people's they have their cats that come out and get
Come here, there's food in here.
I don't feed these cats though.
Come
But
inside.
Would they come in your house? Why?
no, they wouldn't come in my house. No.
So why are you going?
No, they just
because
make
I
home.
want to love them.
One of
I
them
wanna
lived under our shed for like a month and a half.
Yeah. Okay, Lenny.
No, and I got that cat out.
Give me the
Okay,
rabbit, George.
that was the one. That was the one.
Give me
But
the
then
rabbit.
at
Yes,
one
I
point,
gotta help, and I
Yeah, but
trapped it. I wasn't.
Okay,
I didn't.
but-
I don't want to keep them.
but-
cats are not.
I feel like we're in the middle of a heated
Yeah, you know what?
argument.
You know,
They're like, we're good now, bye.
no, look.
Damn it! I'm keeping these.
She's
goddamn
awesome.
Cats.
Okay,
I'm here for the drama.
She is a lovely-hearted woman when it comes to like animals and shit like that. But when she feeds them and then they don't fucking leave for a month and a half.
I don't feed
the
them.
one cat you did, and it was going from the one
She loves
shed to
pussy.
the other. Yes,
I do
Who does?
love-
And
I love that pussy.
and so did this cat because it kept
So-
going from one shed to another,
Cat loves
banging
pussy.
different cats for like a month and a
No.
half.
Okay.
Yes.
Gabby,
I got it
Yes.
trapped.
What,
I
Gabby?
trapped it.
Yeah. At the end.
I-
At the end.
Can you let him?
No, I'm going to tell you a story just to make you hate me. So years
Okay,
ago,
all right.
Goodbye, PETA, if we
here
wanted
we
a
go.
sponsorship.
Yeah, you wanted a
No, fuck that cat.
sponsorship. This cat I had got outside and he came back into the house and he suddenly became a feral cat because the other cat was freaked out by him. So they decided to fight on top of my children while they slept when they were little. So I grabbed the cat by the back of the neck
Thunderdome.
No.
and I went
No.
and I got into my car and I drove about a mile and a half away and I said, "Here's your new home," and I left him out in the woods. Now, I was like, I'm doing the best thing to protect my family. So like 3 months later, I'm out front of my house. I'm smoking a cigarette and I hear.
I'm back, bitch.
And I look, and it's this cat off, just fuck. It looked like it had been through war. And it just walked up to
Then
me like,
it
"Do you remember when
found
you dropped me out in the middle of the fucking woods, you piece of shit?" Like, he was so mad at me. I was so shocked.
Did you bring
How
him
far
back?
away did
I
you
brought-
drop it off?
I brought a mile and a half.
Chupacabra.
Like, it was no.
Please
We
tell
were
me
at
you brought
distance. I made turns.
Yo,
where I
it was
going.
on Jewish people time. That's how long it took to get
They
back to your
know
house.
home. So you brought him back in, right?
I brought him back in, and then he tried to fight the cat again. So I took him 5 miles out, and he never came home again.
This is far enough.
But you know what? I've had enough.
I didn't kill
These
him.
people-
I left him alive. He obviously survived. He was a
You could've
resilient,
gave us-
resourceful cat.
The cat. You could have gave us.
Chupacabra.
You gave us. We got you.
It was
Their frog.
no, cat saw some
Your
shit.
daughter's frog. We got that.
Yeah, well, yeah, that was different. That was a frog that sat in a cage, and Eric was afraid it died, and he was like, "Oh my god!" And I was like, "I don't give a
killed-
shit."
Why isn't it
I
moving?
took so much care of that frog. Like I loved it every morning. Like when it rained.
All right,
And
can we just not? All right, let's. PETA.
but wait, I'm sorry.
It's like the Dumb and Dumber with the bird with the duct tape head.
No,
It's not moving.
that,
Pretty
that
bird.
frog was
Pretty bird.
I
Yeah,
loved
yeah. I
it.
put the wrong bulb in, so let's just
Yes, yes, that's what he did. Thank you.
Frog's leg.
leave it at
So
that.
Thank
instead
you
of
for-
heating the frog, you fried the frog.
Fried my baby.
Nuked it.
Was it
Frida,
delicious?
I loved that frog. I loved Frida.
Did you eat it?
Yeah. By the way, yeah, Frito was a dude. Yeah, it was exciting.
Yeah, like Frida was.
We're sitting here calling
They
this.
thought.
I mean,
no,
yeah,
we knew.
didn't
Well,
classify.
I
It's
knew
fine.
immediately.
Did
though.
you eat it and sob uncontrollably?
No, I got the phone call while I'm at work. By the way, look what you did to the fucking frog. I'm like, awesome. Yeah, it felt.
The,
it
the
felt-
frog had never looked so tan in all his
Please
life.
Don't tell
Great.
your daughter that though.
Oh yeah, because I'm pretty sure fucking.
I don't think
Congratulations.
she's
The
watching.
frog's black.
I'm going to tell her at 2 hours and 37 minutes, watch the podcast.
Yeah,
Yeah.
just to
Sinister
hear
shit.
about what your
You wanted to know
frog's
about
like.
the frog.
No,
Your frog didn't die. It was tortured.
It was killed. It was murdered by Eric.
It looked like tan mine by the time it was.
No, stop it. It's not even funny. I love that. All right, I'm done.
Remember that watch you got
Did you
on?
make a little tiny baseball glove out of it?
So what about after COVID? How about?
Yeah. Wait. What's next on the list?
Yeah.
I'm
A little Watts.
so sorry that you found out about your
What were you doing
daughter's
after
frog
COVID?
this way.
I wasn't doing shit.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
know. That's what I'm asking. I want to know what
Yeah.
you
Fuck
weren't
off.
doing. Were you
You're
getting
doing
paid to
shit.
sit at home and watch Netflix?
Do
and
nothing.
Pizza?
Worked all of COVID.
Yeah, me
I'm the guy that fucking worked. That's it. Like, there's nothing. Fuck.
You're that guy?
I
The one?
just worked.
Did you guys go out during like the beginning of the
I did,
quarantine
'cause
and
I
like,
said,
stock
fuck
up
it.
on shit?
No, I said fuck it and went out the whole time. And then everybody that came near me, it was like, oh, you know, the toilet paper was running out, right? Everybody's buying fucking toilet paper. Everything's going crazy. So the best thing you could do is walk up to the toilet paper and just start fucking coughing uncontrollably. And you're just like, it's all mine.
Yeah, but then it got to the point where if you went up and coughed on shit, like you would get either punched in the face or, you know, charges pressed on you and shit like that. Dude, I watched a grown-ass man hit an elderly woman with a case of water
I didn't have all that.
I had a
in
shirt
a Walmart
made.
once. That
I
was-
believe it.
I had a shirt made 2 weeks after COVID kicked off.
I
It
have
said
COVID.
6, and it said F, and then it had a bunch of ampersands and different symbols, you know, because I didn't want to take American because people like, oh, your shirt's offensive. And it said 6 fucking feet without the fucking there. But, you know, you have to be in it. So I'm standing, when things are starting to open up, I'm standing at a Rita's. And my kids are like, we love Rita's. And I'm like, all right, I'll fucking go get, you know, death COVID and for you guys to eat some Rita's.
Gelato.
But so I'm standing in line and this woman walks up to me and goes, I don't get your shirt. And I said, no fucking shit. And I said it just like that. And she like looked at me like I was an asshole and she started backing up. And I was like, and as soon as she got to what I assumed was 6 feet, I looked at her and I was like, you get it now. And she goes, oh, 6 feet. I get it. Distance. I'm like, yep, there we go. Fucking people are so stupid.
Yeah.
That woman actually, I'm sure, popped a baby out of her tooth hole and she passed on DNA to that kid. And that kid is out there just mongoloiding it the fuck up in the world.
Dude, I had when the whole thing started, I had a guy in a Wawa that worked for Wawa sneeze into his glove.
No, and then was like, let me make a sandwich.
No.
Let me make a sandwich.
So I was working for T-Mobile at the time. I was working for them at the time, and I went to the Wawa that's right next to there, ordered a bunch of food for all my coworkers, got everything together. The worker behind the checkout counter, because of course, you know, you couldn't be self-checkout or whatever because of germs and shit like that. So this dude, back turned, also, he's here, sink right here, less than a foot away. Sneezes into his gloved hands, turns around, puts his mask back up, and starts checking my shit out. It's all up in my shit.
I scary movie that shit to get stuff like, my germs.
I'm just watching him. I'm watching him. I let him do it. I let him do the whole thing. And he bags up all my shit, and he tells me in my tone, I'm like, no. He's like, well, why? That's what it is. I'm like, I'll tell you why. I just watched you sneeze into your gloved hands and then touch all of my food and all of my coworkers' food and all of my stuff. What? He goes, and I quote, "No, I didn't."
I just eat the booger.
So I'm
Good. It's good.
Then I start losing my shit. I'm like, what?
Can't taste COVID.
And there's a woman behind me, and she's like, "Are you serious?" She's like, "Yes, you did. You absolutely did." So this argument went back and forth, and it was just, why? Gloved hands, sink. Why?
Do you feel old though when you get mad about shit like that?
I do.
I feel so old.
I do.
Because I realize like I'll rail about shit like that, and then I'll get in my car and I'm like,
Hold on a second.
I feel like a douche.
like 21-year-old
No,
Chris would have
I
been
don't
like,
give a fuck. Throw it in there.
I would have licked the
Spit on it.
package. Now I'm all
Give me your
concerned
arm.
about.
Like,
No,
wait a
I understand
second.
your point.
You should have washed your hands.
Yeah, I don't understand. First of all, it's glove. Just
Well, when you were younger, you didn't give a fuck.
No.
You didn't. Nobody did.
Let's be honest, Eric.
yeah, but if I'm
Like if you watch your bottle of Mad Dog 2020, you're looking-
Yeah, seriously, dude, you're telling me when you were 17 years old and there was 14 people in your weed cipher, and you're like, here you go, and then like 14 people smoking and they'll come back to
Everyone.
you.
yeah,
and
that's different though. That's different though because
Oh,
I've worked in
different now.
restaurants.
It's
I've
different.
worked in all that stuff. Even when I was that age, and when I would sneeze into shit, yeah, of course I would go wash my hands because I'm at fucking work. That's different. I mean, when I'm sitting around smoking with you and shit, I'm not like, oh shit, every time Chris hits the fucking joint, I gotta go wash my hands. That's not.
But that's my point though, is that when you were 17,
You didn't-
like as an adult, I'm still like, I don't know. Like I've been playing. When I was in Portland and I'm doing a show and I'm standing out back and I'm enjoying myself and this guy comes up and he's like, hey man, can I get a hit? And I was like, no.
Absolutely
Yeah,
not.
and
I was
I
like,
don't know what the
absolutely.
fuck
But
your
when you
mouth
were like
is.
17, you were like, here, man.
17, I would have been like,
Let's go, pass
spit
it
my
on.
mouth, stranger.
Yeah. Let's all get sores. Like what
Yeah.
the fuck? Like
I already have
now.
cold sores, whatever.
Like, oh, okay.
Mouth is a mouth in the dark. Let's do
Yeah,
this.
no.
HPV 1, I already have
Wow.
Not
$20 is $20. Let's do this.
No, you can't
All
do
right.
that today.
Honey, why are you putting this wig on my head? It doesn't matter. The lights are off.
Oh my God. Well, we completely took this whole thing and
It's
just
been
threw it the
fun.
It has
Ignore-
been awesome.
ignore
yeah,
it.
we're just gonna
Ignore it.
ignore this.
Yeah.
So we're nearing the end.
Yeah.
It's been fun. Any final thoughts from you?
For me?
Yeah, why not? Any
I
final?
just got thoughts.
R.I.P. Jerry. Moment of silence.
Who?
I said final thought.
Jerry Springer.
Who? Oh, Jared. The Springer.
Just real quick.
I was a Maury fan.
Seconds.
Do you have a final thought?
I was a Maury fan too. But
I was a
like
Maury
Jerry
fan.
Springer, yeah. But
Don't be a fool,
It was
Rat.
always really
Hold
fucked
on.
up when they had like they had
There
like
he is. R.I.P.
they had like the two Puerto Rican people and the white baby, and it's like you're not the father, and the guy's like you're like no shit.
My favorite one though was I'm sorry, like when Maury would do like I can't make boys and like they're like
This doesn't do boys. That means
dick doesn't do males.
I can't
Maury.
make a boy.
Can't
It's
have it.
not
That
mine.
kid could not be mine. My dick doesn't
No,
make
see,
boys.
Jerry was like
Terrible human in a past life, apparently.
Jerry was like, you slept with this midget stripper. You know, like, so where did the midget come from?
Okay,
and it
all
was
right.
always
Hey, we're
like,
supposed
and
to-
here comes the midget.
No, they'd be like, okay, well,
Or
what
you
did you
slept
want to
with your
say to
brother
her? And they say it, and they're like, oh, okay, well, awesome, because she's backstage right now. She's
Yeah.
coming out. Like,
I have AIDS and gonorrhea, and because
like,
now your brother heard it because he's
You know, like,
backstage.
by the way, if anyone was like, oh, by the way, I have AIDS and gonorrhea, like, you don't have to tell me about the gonorrhea. I'm
leave
not
that out.
worried about that.
just
right now.
AIDS.
Like, you just told me
it's
AIDS.
the AIDS.
You had me at AIDS.
Fuck the kind of.
I'm locked in.
I'm just saying, like,
AIDS.
you know, hey, remember when we fucked last week?
You-
Yeah, I do remember that.
Yeah,
I've got AIDS. You, man, Charlie Sheen.
right, but check your.
Not
gonorrhea.
with-
Lock it in.
Like,
Oh.
all right, wait, are we supposed to do
A little show wrap.
silence for-
Yeah.
Man, fuck off. We are wrapping it up.
We are.
Let's go.
We are.
You don't, but I mean, some of us wrap it up.
I'll wrap it up. Here's my final thought, folks.
You need that violin music. That's give him the Wilfred Brimley speech.
No, here I'll give you
diabetes.
No. I'll give you the cowboy speech. All right. Sometimes life will kick you in the head. Sometimes you get kicked in the ding ding. Sometimes you just want beef for dinner. It's what's for dinner. Make sure you drive a Ram.
Good Silverado.
Make sure you watch my shitty show on Netflix with Ashton Kutcher.
Wait, didn't they something came out about that guy? He had said something or he had done
Sam
something.
Elliott?
Yeah, and it was like he offended all these people. They go to him, they're like,
been
you want to make a
offending people for
statement?
years.
They're like, they go to him and they're like, you want to make a statement? He's like, no, fuck him. Like,
First of all, you can
show's going to get canceled. I don't give a fuck.
Ride it all.
And that mustache has been there.
Yeah, like that mustache.
I'm pretty sure he was born with it.
Yeah, yeah, I actually do too.
Tombstone was like, they had to give a credit to him.
And
then
the mustache.
No, they had
And
to
the
give a
mustache.
credit to all the mustaches.
They actually paid the mustache separately. It got its own salary.
They did.
Yeah.
But no, seriously, thank you for having me on. Make sure, listen to what other people have to say.
Do you have
before.
anything going?
No, you know what, dude? What do I have going? I
You
don't.
bring this guy on for No.
No, I have nothing going.
No,
Thank
well,
you
I do
so
have a
much for
project that
having
I'm
me.
trying to work on. I want to open a.
What's his name? Bo Burnham or whatever? He does shit out of his house. What's
Yeah,
yours?
I
What's yours?
want to start an art gallery comedy club, and it's something I'm working on, focusing on. So, if there's any rich benefactors out there, that
Can I duct tape a banana to the wall? Sell it for like a couple mil?
you can do whatever you want to do as long as you don't put anything on my wiener and rip the
Dildos.
hair out.
Can I bring
Dildos.
my deer?
Yeah, meth deer. I actually want to have an art.
Now we have to get a
installation
deer
of
head
deer
that
meth.
has like meth pipe.
Yeah, we're just gonna get them all fucked up and leave a bunch of paint,
Yeah,
paintbrushes
yeah.
out, and see what happens.
I'm gonna write
Yeah.
it in.
And then we'll sell.
Kind of
all
like one of
the
those
art.
couples who just
Oh.
douse themselves in paint.
Yeah,
Dang,
we can
yeah,
paint it like a unicorn and ride it in.
Let's
Yeah,
go.
exactly.
Nice. I'm excited.
But thanks for having me on, and
course.
anybody that is listening or tunes in, thanks for the opportunity. And just like you said, be fucking nice to each other. It's amazing
Yes.
how far things will go.
Yeah, in the words of the great Bill and Ted, be excellent to each other.
You quoted Bill and Ted.
I did. Absolutely,
You
I did.
fucking went there.
We're in Nerdvana right now. Why would I not?
That's a
Nerdvana.
philosophical deep.
Why would I
thought.
not?
Oh,
Quote
he's doing it.
You're welcome.
Yes,
Fuck you.
Can we admit that the third movie fucking sucked?
Yes,
we love
it was
you guys
terrible.
It was
so
bad.
much.
I was so
so
sad.
much
It's like what happens if you take the blue pill.
sad.
It was.
Yeah,
Love.
yeah.
Love.
It was pretty terrible. But thank you so much for tuning in to Reckless Rewind. Make sure you give us a shout out on Instagram. Follow us around. Make sure you like the Shared Universe. Check out all the material that they have to offer. Check out Reckless Entertainment, Comics and Killers Collectibles. Thank you so much. I'm Rabbi. That's Hatred. We will see you soon. Thank you so
The
much.
next time we come on, though, we were not going to be on Facebook.
We will not be on Facebook. We will be.
I think we're going to Kick, right?
I think so.
Yes.
I think
Because
that's what we're
Kick
doing.
is like,
Yes.
it seems to be the new place to be.
That's what we're doing.
So you got to sign up for Kick.
Yeah, because I
www.
don't want to have to worry about
Kick.com.
saying something offensive and getting
Yes.
zooked for,
And Chris will be back.
Oh, yeah.
We're bringing my mom.
Chris Smith will return.
We're bringing mom.
In
We're bringing
Avengers.
Nubby.
We're
Stubbs.
chugging-
So excited.
we're chugging.
Stubby Susan will
In,
be.
in Avengers,
We're
the
We're
Stub
all
Saga.
drinking out Mom's
So excited.
In Avengers, the Stub Dynasty.
Well, I had shitty like gas station pretzels, so I'm definitely going to eat.
Let's do that. All right. Thank you, guys. Peace.
Bye.
Bye.